Starting now. Stream live. Let's see here. Twitter. Come here, Twitter. Guess we'll also just have to keep an eye on the bitrate this time to see how bad it actually is. Seems like it's okay. Okay. And not looking like any frames are being dropped, so that's definitely good. Good afternoon, all, and welcome to Sunday. Today should be the last. Today's the day. We're ready for the Elite Four. So let's wipe them out in a giant wave of poison. Poison. Here's to hoping we can actually beat Cynthia. Cynthia's spelled with a C, Jude. There we go. Let's hope we can beat Cynthia. ENB tubers, Automa tubers. Burrs, not Burrs. There you go. Bit better. And where is it? I also put the wrong one in there, didn't I? I definitely did. Get rid of that. That was the wrong one to post in there. It is only needed for today. Everyone will be starting up Pokemon now. Don't need to tag 3 times, that's a little bit excessive. And there we go. Should be okay. Let's see, anything else I need to get going? I don't think so, but the ads will need to finish before we actually get going. Here. You might still be a little bit too loud. But that's okay. And then ads should finish shortly, so that's all good. Let's just get that window a little bit smaller. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright then, wait for ads to finish up, then we can get going. And give a rough rundown of what we need to actually do with this, but mostly just going to be hammering away at Elite Four members, and hopefully just getting through Cynthia. But we'll get there. We should be able to beat this. You just gotta be really careful about Cynthia. Hey there, Gamma. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the day has gone pretty well for you so far. We're just getting warmed up at the moment, both in terms of voice as well as just letting the ad space itself run out, just so that way we don't leave too much behind that wall. Yeah, how are things? Weekend treating you alright, and week in general? We only seem to see you on Sundays, so... Here we go, ad space done. Things are good? Always good to hear. And since it's Sunday, hopefully you at least had a chance to just kind of get stuff done. Oh, you woke up at 4. Oh, it's nice when you can actually sleep in that late. All things considered, it's always just interesting having to deal with it, but it's not inherently a bad thing. Like, sleeping until the afternoon is just kind of comfortable and nice. You don't have to worry about too much at the very least. But just to explain where we are at the moment, while I'm just going over some things, we do have all the badges now, which is why I'm plastered up with a few of them. And then aside from that, we just need to go through the Elite Four and actually get that done and dusted, since we finished off all the story prior to all that. But as is normal with Diamond and Pearl, we get one little fight with Barry right before the end. So, normally speaking, he normally starts with the bird, so we're just going to lead off with the Gengar, since... There we go. Mainly because of T-Bolt. T-Bolt should at least be able to take out a Staraptor, and the main gimmicks that it has, being superpower in most of its normal type attacks, shouldn't be a problem. Alright, hey there, Frank. I know you got one last fight in you, so let's see what you can do. Please don't kill anybody. I'd very much appreciate it if you didn't. Bird. Hello, bird. Also, I did add a few ball effects to the Mon. I don't really have the most in terms of decorations or anything like that, but I figured we could at least have a few of them going. Zap. Is it still alive? Oh god, it's still alive. Why do you have a focus sash on that thing? Did he really put a focus sash on his bird? Dude. What else you got? Torterra. I gave you Torterra? Huh. Why did I give you Torterra? And do you really have leftovers on your Torterra? Oh dear god. Well, this is a problem. Okay. Going out to this. Because I'm going to assume it's going to go for Earthquake. It's really the only thing it should be going for. Yeah. That's a problem. That is a massive problem. And sadly, Pluck's not going to do as much since he's got that. Do we want to bet on that? Not really. Let's just try this. It's a wall, but... Can we get a poison? Nope, that's Woodhammer. We quad resist that, thankfully, but... Maybe I should just try it. It'll at least prevent him from doing any extra damage to us during this. Hold on. Confuse Ray is at least helpful. 100% guaranteed confusion. If it can actually work for you, then you're good, but we gotta hope. Just hope for the best here. Torterra, just punch yourself in the face, please. Hey, there we go. Gotta love it. So I knew that they gave the Elite Four a bunch of items. I didn't think Barry would have a crap ton of them as well. That's actually a little concerning, because I'm not sure what everything else is gonna have. There we go. Thank you for the crit. We needed that, buddy. Alright, starter down. That's helpful, at least. What are you gonna bring out next, though? Heracross. Why would you bring out a Heracross against a bat? Don't you love it when you try to punch someone, but you're as confused you just punch yourself in the face? Oh, there's way too many things like that in Pokemon. Especially when you get to things like, what is it, Outrage on all the dragon types. Imagine this legendary dragon just rampaging on pretty much anybody, and then all of a sudden you just get to a point where it's, oh, what's going on? And you just swing side to side, and all of a sudden you're just punching yourself in the face. Can't stay because work starts, but wanted to stop by and say hey. Hey there, Jasper. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully your work goes okay for you, friend. Oh, actually, I probably could have brought out the grass type for this, couldn't I? That's fine. Now we will never know what you have. Womp. Goodbye. Let's see, the Lax. You and your Lax. It's always... Actually, Snorlax gonna have Earthquake too, can't it? Oh, this is probably bad. Not much we can do about that, sadly, but... This is That lax is the main reason why a lot of people think that Barry is just good at Honey Tree shenanigans. Because he has that Munchlax really early. Like, a lot earlier than he realistically should have. But... Yawn... Huh. Yawn is not what I would expect you to go for there. You have many ways to try and annihilate us, sir. Why would you go for that? Up. There we go. Better. So let's see, what else does he have left? We've taken out the Floatzel, Torterra, Lax. Yeah, you're asleep. Sorry, something awful. You'll just have to take a nap here. Back to the Staraptor. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave a fighting type out against a bird. Probably should have put something on you. Kinda have to go for that, don't I? Or just anything that's quick. Realistically, anything that's quick works, so I'll just go over to you. Just a Staraptor at 1 health. Actually, he's probably gonna heal it, now that I think about it. Also, Focus Sash on that thing. Why would you have Focus Sash on your Staraptor of all things? Oh, he didn't actually heal it. That's weird. You'd think he would heal his bird. That thing might actually be able to do some decent damage to my team. Oh well, that's fine. And then Rapidash. Right, I forgot you had the illegal fire type. Well, we're not gonna let you worry about that for too much longer. Huh. That... Oh, it's Jason. With cats. That's fine. The Hello Fire Horse. A legendary battle of... Oh, this is her last one, too. That's okay. Wow, we're actually faster. Figured Rapidash would still be able to be faster, but... guess not. Bye-bye, horsey. There we go. Also, in terms of the level portion of all this, I leveled until we were going to be pretty much close to Cynthia for when we actually get there. We might be a little, like, a level over her Garchomp, but that's honestly fine. The Garchomp itself is going to be a problem no matter what we do, so we'll take what we can get. Especially considering I was half planning on dropping the lock portion of this here, just to see if we can get it. But we've got a few things we need to do here. So, first off, 4chan. 4chan can possibly help us. Alternatively, something awful might also be able to help us. Mainly because of the fact that they can both learn Rock Slide. I might honestly do it for something awful, since I believe we still have Power Up Punch as, or Drain Punch, sorry, yeah, as TMs. So that's honestly cool, but we do have multiple Rock Tombs we could use to deal with the Bug Flyings that he's got, and just kind of hope for the best. There it is. There we go. Oh, yeah. Put it on something awful. Because we don't exactly need a fighting type attack in the bug area. But we can always just replace that a little bit later. We'll need that later, unfortunately. There we go. Rock Slide. So that'll at least help us out there. Now, I'm going to assume he's going to start off with either Vespiquen or Yanmega. And all things considered, we're just going to hope that he sends out something weak to electricity, since Aaron is not the hardest Elite Four member in the league, but he can kind of catch you off guard, especially since Drapeon is his ace, and while it should be a bug, they did the weird concept of making it just Dark Poison, which, whoops, but that's fine. Let's see here. Aside from that, we should be okay, so... Hello, Aaron. How do you feel like treating us today, friend? Hello and welcome to the Pokemon League. I'm Aaron, the Elite Four, and it's good to meet you. Should explain, I'm a huge fan of bugs. Bug Pokemon are nasty mean, and yet they're beautiful too. Like to know why I take on challengers here? It's because I want to become perfect, just like my bugs. Okay, let's take you on. Why would you want to be perfect like your bugs, sir? Like, don't get me wrong, bugs are neat. Pokemon bugs terrify me. Which is partly why they're good, but... Hey, that's not weak to electricity, but it is weak to psychic. Works for us. And I'm sorry, Dustox, you're the one poison type I had to leave behind because you just were not going to be that helpful. But adios, friend. This is your final send-off. That'll live. That lived. And it's set up late. Oh, that's not good. What do you have on that? You have Black Sludge on that. That's concerning. Yeah, and the full restores. This is gonna get a little bit nasty. At least we'll be able to take it out here. The light screen will kind of save it. Oh no, never mind. Light screen will save it from 2. And the Black Sludge will definitely save it from 2. That's a bit awkward. Please don't tell me that this is just your screen setter. Because that's what I'm worried about now. We might be able to stall this out at the very least, since he's not going to be able to do much. But... Bug Buzz, that won't do much. Yeah, I was about to say... Oh. Bug Buzz makes contact? Little HP with Black Sludge. And then this should at least get it. Oh, no, you're withdrawing. That's weird. Into the Heracross, though, which is also weak to Psychic, so... Why would you go into a Heracross against a Ghost? Oh, right, the screens are still up. But it should go down here. And the special D-drop is good. Oh, right, you got a Flame Orb on that. Oh, this is bad. Oh, boy. Okay. This is why I'm afraid of the Elite Four in this. Because they're all geared up and ready for murder. Like, it's not even funny how much they are just ready to annihilate you. Like, why would you actively bring a Guts Flame Orb Heracross into the very first portion of this? Should we? No, but I need to be careful with the Psychics. I kind of need to save those for later. Also, why are these screens not down yet? It's actually a bit concerning, considering that thing was just holding Black Sludge. Nope. Hatter could pipe you to fly. Oh boy. Later, buddy. That gets OnlyFans and something awful up to our level limit, which is good. Alright then, what's next? The Vespiquen. Alright, bring out your Vespiquen. One of the other bug flying types with Unnerve. Too nervous to eat berries. That's okay. We're not here to eat berries, we're just here to electrocute you. Bop. Oh, that's actually enough. Except you have a berry. Okay. Citrus? Yeah, just citrus. Okay. And then Aerial Ace. Huh. You have very weird moves, Aaron. Like, Vespiquen's a special, why would you go for Aerial Ace? Oh well, bye-bye. Enjoy your time, Vespiquen. And then the Dustox again. Ugh. It's Bug Poison. Do we have anything else for Bug Poison? Technically speaking, we can just go into Drapeon and just Earthquake it. No, actually that's neutral. We can go into Twitter and pluck it. It'd be nice if we had Thief so I could steal that Black Sludge off of it, but... we're not gonna get that lucky, unfortunately. Well... and unless I just didn't even notice that the screens were down, really? The fact that you'd full restore your screen setter is a little bit upsetting, friend. Can you maybe not? God damn it. Okay. Then Black Sludge will just heal it up a little bit. That is not a good sign. I kind of have to. Yeah, okay, he's not going to burn another full restore on that. Okay, that's fine. Enough stock's down. What else you got? And there's the Drapeon. This is the one you have to be careful about, since you don't always realize that this thing is not a bug type, since Aaron's kind of the one person who chucks it out, and if you didn't look up stuff beforehand, all of a sudden there's this monstrosity here, being like, hey, what up? I'm a bug, clearly. It's faster? Oh dear. That's not good. It's faster, but I hit harder? That's a bit concerning. Don't crit on your Earthquake? Cool. Oh boy. Alright, Drapeon down. This is why I'm afraid of the Elite Four. This can go multiple ways, none of them good. But there we go. That puts Reddit up into our level range now, so that's good. And one Elite Four down. So, later, Bug Boy. Hopefully you had a good time potentially destroying our team, but for now, that's going to be a no. Yeah, back to training camp. Enjoy your training camp, buddy. Also, I'll actively just be trying to do this normally. I won't do any of the weird skips that I know exist right now. Let's see here. Items. May as well just get that out of the way. Get all of the small heals out of the way since we've got a lot of them. There we go. Now, who are we up against first? Or second, I guess, rather. Because there is Aaron, there's Lucian, there's Bertha, and Cynthia's the champion. Oh, Bertha's next. Okay. Would there be anyone that could resist what I'm thinking? Because let's see here. What counts as a ground type in this game? And can she absorb it with a steel? I guess let's see. Hello, Bertha. If I recall correctly, she's going to have her Hippowdon to Sandset first, which means we might have to stall out a little bit, but that's okay. We'll do our best. Hey, Bertha. How you doing? The Quagsire off the top. Okay. What are you going to do with a Quag off the top? The Quag can have Ice Beam, can't it? I kind of want to get this set up first, just so that way we can at least get some poison out on them. It might help us in some weird situation. It does have Earthquake. That's fine. We're neutral against Earthquake. So we can get out 2 layers of Toxic Spikes so that they can be automatically toxic as soon as they come out, as long as she doesn't whip out a Steel type on us. And I'm gonna need to go for the Drain here. I would like to get some growths off, but that's too close for comfort when we don't have any healing. There we go. That helps us out a little bit. Alright, so what else you got, Bertha? Whiscash, another water ground. That's honestly fine. It's automatically toxic anyways, so I'm fine with that. So, considering this is, again, just Whiscash, I'm just going to get this going now, so that way we can take out the ones that aren't 4 times weak to grass later. You have Bulldoze on that? Oh, that's not good. That lowers our speed. Speed was our advantage. Let's see here. Nice badges. Thank you, Jason. Also, welcome, welcome. Hopefully the day has gone alright for you so far. We're in the Elite Four. The Elite Four is stacked for BDSP, and it's a little bit silly. Hey, nice. I might get a little bit greedy and go for a third one, because I think we can handle having 2 speed drops on this without worrying. There we go. +3. We should be able to kill everything with Giga Drain without worrying about it too much. And then as long as we can heal off of things, we're good. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've played Diamond and Pearl before, Jason. But if you remember how Diamond and Pearl was relatively easy... Oh, right, you've got the Grass Resist Berry, don't you? Well, it's a good thing I stanced up for that. Well, much better. Alright, so we're a little bit lower. The Witchcash and the Quagsire are at least dead. There are still some others that are 4 times weak to grass, which is at least good for us. But we're gonna have to be Sudowoodo. That's not a ground type, Bertha. Cheater. Like, it's a rock. I get that. And it's fine that it's a rock. But that's cheating. That should not be allowed on your team. Oh, Flint. Flint's the one I'm missing. Duh. What? Goodbye, Pseudo. Now, I know the one thing we are going to have to worry about coming up is Flint. His team is not exactly fire types. We're going to have a bit of a time dealing with him, unfortunately. Golem. Oh yeah, right, because they didn't give her a Rhyperior because they're chicken. I guess she doesn't have a Steel type then. That actually makes life a bit easier. Well. Okay. Golem was faster because we took the -2 speed. That's okay. And then you have Sturdy on that thing too. Oh, that's just mean. Oh, but Toxic! See, this is why we have Toxic. Ground types are annoying, especially the ones that have Sturdy. That just solves that problem for us, and there's the Hippowdon. Why did you not bring that out earlier? Like, Hippowdon would have saved you a lot of trouble, instead of waiting for me to get up to +3, so you could actually get special defense on everything. Hey there, Solace. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the afternoon has treated you well so far, aside from the naps and somehow me having better draw luck in Arknights. Okay, that's fine. +3, it's enough. Yeah, the Elite Four is unnecessarily stacked. We're doing our best with the Poison team, but we are putting a lot of glass cannons in harm's way for this. But there we go. Bertha down. Whew. So, that's now 2 down. I wonder if I should get special pins for the Elite Four, too. What could we do for that? Hold on. Where's my thing? No, not that one. I need this. Add. Don't mind my model freezing for a second. I'm just gonna find stuff. Where is my folder for Pokemon stuff? There we go. This one, this one. We need to grab the Vespiquen for... Let's see here. Where's Gen 4? There we go. Alright, Gen 4. We need Vespiquen to show Aaron that he's a dummy. We need to find Hippowdon to show that Bertha's a dummy. Where is it? That's still Gen 3. Hippowdon, Hippowdon, Hippowdon. Oh no, actually it's not Vespiquen. I'm a dummy. It's Drapeon. Drapion's Aaron's ace, just it's not a bug. Then we need Hippowdon for... Oops. There we go. Hippowdon for Bertha. Then we need the one fire type they introduced in Gen 4. Which they did give to Flint. That's still Gen 3. Where are we? That one. And then we need the Gen 4 Psychic type, which I think is the one that I like. I think that's what he uses for that. Gen 4 Psychics. Yeah, because I think they were a little bit too chicken for the Gallade. They had Gallade in Platinum, but I think for this they use that one. But we'll get to that. Lucian's going to be the last one we fight anyways. But for now... There we go. Shown 2 of the Elite Four that we can kick their butt, as long as we're being careful. Because, we're going to be honest here, we're getting into slight danger zone now. Because now we get to face Flint, the Fire-type trainer, in a region that has no Fire types. So he's cheating, obviously. Well, let's see here. Something Awful's thankfully not asleep. Also, this is a little overkill for that. It's a little overkill, but it's the only healing I've got. Okay, so... Fire types are weird. The actual fire types that Flint is allowed to have is Rapidash and Infernape. That's all he's allowed to have. So, you can go up front for a moment. I know he leads with one of them, I think it's Infernape, but... Those are the 2 technical fire types he can have. He still has 3 other Pokemon. And they all still kind of link up to the fact that he's a Fire-type trainer. So... Oh no, you do start with the Rapidash. Okay. That is fine. Also, there is a reason I'm not doing Toxic Spike stalling on this one. Aside from the fact this is the Fire-type trainer. Just gonna put that on. You have... Are you fucking serious? So not only does he have Hypnosis on a Rapidash, he actually hits it turn 1. That is so rude. Iron Tail. That's okay. Can I wake up, please? There we go. Perfect. Affection boost is bullshit. We're gonna need this, so... Please just let me get it off. Cool. He's also hitting moves with really bad accuracy, and it's kind of upsetting me. Well, we're gonna be a jerk. We're gonna be the Aqua Ring leftovers Tentacruel with stupid defense. There we go. Already healed away the damage from the Iron Tail. So... Oh, come on. Ugh, god damn it. Why do I have Hypnosis on a Rapidash? I didn't even know Rapidash could have Hypnosis. Oh well, we still can heal up during all of this, but that's still annoying. Wake up from Affection Boost? No. And it's really only got Hypnosis and Iron Tail against us, huh? There we go. That works. Whoosh. All it took was 1. Now, are you going to send out the Infernape first? Also, the crit is appreciated. But are you actually going to send out the Infernape is the question. Otherwise, I'm going to have to change up my strategy a little bit. A little bit of the leftovers, a little bit from the Aqua Ring. No, you go for the Steelix first. Steelix. What is the best answer for Steelix? I'm pretty sure it's a ground move, right? but Steelix itself can learn ground moves. Where's... I need Cerebi real quick. Steelix. Yeah, this is how Flint gets around the problem. A lot of the Pokemon in this region can at least learn a Fire-type attack, but it's mostly just enough so that he can slot them in his team. Let's see here. Game data. Pretty sure this is 4 times weak to ground, so... Where's the type chart? Although its special defense is horrible. Oh no, it's only 2 times weak to ground. So it's probably better for us to just stick in with Tentacruel and Surf it, so that way we can keep the healing going. We just gotta be a little careful about the ground type attacks coming out. But let's see if our porn account can deal with the Steelix. Thankfully it can. I don't suppose that was a crit. That wasn't even a crit. I guess Steelix's specialty is just not that special. Alright, and we are gonna break our level barrier, but there's not much we can do about that. You kind of go into the Elite Four expecting to be level 66, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But alright, the Lopunny. Not sure why they bothered giving him a Lopunny. I'm pretty sure it can learn Fire Punch, and that's about it. Also, we haven't actually seen one yet, which is a little weird. Also, we're faster than it. How are we faster? Oh, that doesn't do a ton. High jump kick. That's not a lot. And hey there, Nano. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully Sunday's at least treating you well so far. Wait, what? You have leftovers on a Lopunny? Flynn, what the fuck is wrong with you? There are so many better items you could have on a Lopunny than a goddamn leftovers. What? And of course he keeps hitting the high jump kicks. I slept in and it felt great. It's always nice when you can kind of just have some time to sleep in. I know I haven't really had a good time to do it myself, but makeup group meeting this evening though. Yeah, admittedly needing to go to the group meeting is... Oh, is Aqua Ring gone? I think Aqua Ring is gone. That's a problem. And then you don't heal it and you don't swap it out. Okay. Goodbye. I'm gonna assume the Aqua Ring vanished while I was mashing through just to read chat. But... let's see, that's the leftover heal. Oh no, water. Aqua Ring's still there. Okay. Wasn't sure. Then the Drifblim. Drifblim. We have Ice Beam, so this is still fine. And Drifblim itself can't actually do anything super dangerous to Tentacruel, I don't think. Plus it gives us some usage for this. Oh. More than half, okay. But you have a Citrus, which is going to heal you above what we need, which is great. Then Will-O-Wisp. We're fine with that. We're not a physical attacker anyways. There we go. Then we're back at full. So... oh, don't start this horse shit, Flynn. I don't have anything that can dodge accuracy checks. Oh, and it starts. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, that is not good. Please stop, Flynn. I don't appreciate this. Fuck. Ooh, boy, we're in a position now. Let's see. That is 100% accuracy normally. We don't have anything that dodges accuracy check. That could actually hit it well, for lack of better phrasing. D-Bolt would also work, but I'm not tossing the Ghost type against the Ghost type if I don't need to. Eesh. I don't like any of this. Hey, mostly lurking, today's not a great day. No worries there, Z. Just make sure to sit back and hopefully you can just recover. I don't like that at all. Drifblim, please stop being a jerk. And of course you get the Will-O-Wisp off when you're at already +6 evasion. Oh, I don't like that. Ugh. Oh well, we should have the burn at least, so... This is functionally just, can you hit the Drifblim at this rate? Okay. We can heal through it, so it's fine. No. This is a problem. Wait, I don't get any of the healing when I'm burned? What? And here's the problem. This thing also has Baton Pass, because Flint is a massive dickhead. Oh boy. Okay. What do we do here? Oh no, the burn comes after. That's why it's doing that. So now this Infernape is at +6 evasion. We just have to hit the thing, and that's all we need to worry about. You have Thunder Punch on that thing? Oh no. Oh fuck. This may be an F. Yes. Shit. Why do you have Thunder Punch in your Infernape for this exact situation? And it's at +6 evasion. It's tossing out Thunder Punches. Oh fuck. We got a problem, all. Because our team is very weak to electricity, unfortunately. And he's gonna go for that. And you can't... Dazzling Gleam has an accuracy check, doesn't it? Yeah, Dazzling Gleam has an accuracy check. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Yeah, I am not sure what to do here, actually. We might just have to sack off Tentacruel. I can't really think of anything else. No items in battle. No items in battle, Z. Oh boy. Also, I don't have any X accuracies. Well, self-imposed challenge for no items in battle. But considering he's at +6 evasion, this is probably going to be a wipe anyways. +6 evasion on an Infernape. Do I want to break the rules now or hope for the best? Because if we can hit Surf, it's dead. But we need to hit Surf, which is the problem. Can we lose the Tentacruel? We can technically lose the Tentacruel. Because it's either, like, let something get a clean switch in with letting Tentacruel fall, because we don't need it for anything else other than this gym. We have other ways of dealing with Drifblim once we can get rid of the Infernape, but it just becomes a problem that we need to deal with the Infernape first, because this entire setup is solely that. Oh, that's just rude. Okay. So, forgot that it had Mach Punch. Let's see here. So it's got Mach Punch. It might have Sucker Punch, which is a problem. Hold on. Flint. What is the moveset on that thing? Flint. Elite Four. What is Ronald McDonald's team? Let's see, Infernape. Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Flare Blitz, and Mach Punch. Eesh. The problem is the +6 evasion. Also, why does that thing have Earthquake? Yeah. Infernape at +6 evasion can sweep our team. We just have to hit it, and that's the problem. Also, I don't know what it's holding. Don't need multi-battle with Volkner. What is it holding in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl? Bulbapedia doesn't have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Cerebi... Flint. Oh, right, I should take Tentacruel off the screen, shouldn't I? We trained that guy up really well, too. Do-do-do. Flint, what do you got on that Infernape? You've got a Focus Sash on that Infernape. That is bad. That means we have to at least hit it twice. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh boy. You are technically the only thing that we have that can possibly stand up to it right now. I kinda have to. I'm sorry, 4chan. I need you to just hit an Earthquake and just kill this, please. Okay, that's not Mach Punch. What do you have on that then? Mach Punch, Close Combat. Please? Yes, it hits! Believe in the heart. Now we just gotta hit it one more time. Let's see here. We should be able to survive another close combat. So, can we hit twice? Can 4chan defy the impossible? No. Okay. Please, 4chan. Close combat, don't crit. Okay. That's okay. Please. Come on. No. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of just fucked. Ugh. So this is what I get for sending Tentacruel out against the Drifblim. We needed to kill that immediately to avoid this. No matter what happens, it's faster than us. It's gonna go for close combat. Or Mach Punch. I have to go for this. It also doesn't seem to have Earthquake. We will be faster since we're a Gengar. I'm just hoping. Yes! Oh, thank God. Okay, we didn't lose too much. That's what matters. We only lost to Tentacruel. That's okay. We got through the bullshit +6 evasion without too many problems. But this Drifblim needs to die. Because fuck you and Minimize and Baton Pass. That is illegal in every competitive format for a reason. Oi, go away. Okay. Problem solved. Flint's done. We can now tag the Infernape on our chest at the cost of a Tentacruel. But that was kind of the limit of what we needed for Tentacruel, so it's fine. It would have been nice to have that as a backup for the Garchomp coming up, but it's fine. We've got like 3 answers for the Garchomp, hopefully, as long as nothing goes terribly, terribly wrong. Wasn't looking down on you, but I didn't think for a second that I'd lose. Jerk, you just killed off my Tentacruel. You did plenty of damage. Okay, now the fun one. Now Lucian. Or Lucian. Not sure how you say his name exactly. But the other trainer who is going to give us problems with this run. The Psychic-type Elite Four member. So while the first three are kind of okay, Cynthia we know is a problem. Lucian just has a team filled to the brim with Pokemon that can absolutely murder us. I don't need that yet. Let's see here. We're going to be going up against Psychic types, just a crap ton of Psychic types. Let's see here. Just to remember the matchup, Psychic Fairy is weak to Ghost still, right? Let's see here. I need regular Mr. Mime, please and thank you, not Galarian Mr. Mime. Yes, Psychic Fairy is still weak to Ghost. And Poison. Okay. For some reason I thought it resisted one of those. So, Mr. Mime first. Mr. Mime is a screen clearer. Wait, what? 10 PP to each of the moves. Oh! I don't remember Elixir being that good. I thought Elixir was always 5 PP to one move, not 10 PP to all. Okay. Well, my space is at least readied up, but my space needs to go up here for now, because my space is kind of our answer to Lucian. So let's do our best here. I also kind of wish their gyms were a little bit more decorated. If you ever play Gen 6, those games are stupidly easy, but they at least dressed up the Elite Four rooms. Alright, Lucian, stop reading your book. I gotta see how badly this goes, because you're the one trainer who can absolutely demolish our team. Because the only other option that we have is a clean switch-in to 4chan to avoid any Psychic types that I don't think I can immediately kill. But hello, Mr. Mime. Aren't you a creepy little guy? Snooping into everybody's windows, trying to see about what you can and can't find. Alright, don't do something dumb. And just eat this and die. Right, you're specially defensive. I'm assuming Light Screen is probably going to be your first bet. Oh no, you just go straight for the Psychic. Okay. Well, good job for surviving my space, that's about what I expected. I'm actually surprised it didn't go for screens. Cool. Then I guess we're risking it the entire time. Until we come across something that I don't think we should have a Gengar deal with, which there is one. But we'll get to that. Starting off with the Alakazam right away. Okay. Well. Hey there, Jonathan. Welcome, welcome. We're in the Elite Four now, and we're having problems. But that's expected, because the Elite Four is a little bit buffer in this game. Wop. Hello, Alakazam. Please don't have something dumb. Crunch. You're not good with physical attacks. Shockwave. Huh. Why does your voice sound like a robot? Because I am a robot? Do I actually have that filter on? Why did I turn that off? Oh, I do have that on. Yeah, I'm a robot. That's why we're stressing out over the fact that another computer is just trying to absolutely demolish us right now. But aside from that, hopefully the day is going well for you, John. We're just trying to see how much damage we can avoid taking from Lucian, just so that way we have our full team for Cynthia. Let's see. Flying and Ghost. Weird. Juicer is resident judicial utility droid. It's been a while since I've actually said that, but yeah, I am your local judicial utility droid. I'm here to clean stuff up, which includes this monster, who just about killed a Gengar with a Mr. Mime, which is kind of terrifying. But now we get to deal with the fun ones. Now we get to deal with Medicham, Girafarig, and I'm assuming your last one is Bronzong, right? Yeah, they gave you Bronzong and Diamond and Pearl, since that's one of the few decent Psychic types they actually introduced in Gen 4. But then they give him Gallade in Platinum? Oh, that wasn't enough. That was close, too. Then Headbutt? Yeah. Is this goodbye to Crobat? Yeah, that's goodbye to Twitter. Alright, Twitter's dead, folks. Not much we could do there. This is the Psychic type gym. Rest in peace, Twitter. Crap, I did actually need you for something. That could be a problem going forward. I guess we needed a special move, probably, to deal with that. Let's see here. Chan's a little bit hurt, and you're going to be slower. I kind of need fast here. MySpace, please. Let's see here. Shadow Ball. I'm assuming you heal. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Also, what did you have on that? Now to think on it. Because you can't have any of the plate items, that's my deal. Please tell me you don't have a Focus Sash on that. Okay, good. I was worried for a second considering Flint had something with the Focus Sash on. Alright, here's the Girafarig. Girafarig is one of the problems we gotta deal with. Mainly because Ghost does not work on it, and I don't really want to leave Gengar in at such low health against this thing. How good can we do against Girafarig? Bug is decent. Bug is actually the only thing super effective. Bug and Dark. Let's see here. What are your stat spreads like? Are you physically defensive? No, your defenses are kind of crap either way. You're just quick. Oh dear. You're quick but not defensive. I might have to go for this. Chan, prove me wrong. Please take out this giraffe, please, and thank you. The black glasses should help out a little bit. But hi, Girafarig. Most people don't remember you because you're kind of a Gen 2 Pokemon that everybody forgets about. But I know you're dangerous, so please go away. Please? Okay, good. I'm hoping that the Focus Sash is the only thing we'll have to worry about when it comes to Flint, and hopefully no one else has one. And then Bronzong. This is the problem, because this thing is tanky as all hell. And I'm going to assume that even though Steel lost its resistance to Dark by now, which is helpful for us at the very least, this is still going to probably be a 2-hit. Yeah, even with black glasses, that's still a 2-hit. Please don't... Citrus Berry? On that? Yeah, okay. Then Trick Room. Oh. That's a weird move to use in singles, but unfortunately that is going to make you faster now. Earth-O. Okay, 4chan, thank you for surviving. Jesus Christ. Okay. Goodbye. That's way too close. Nope. Goodbye, Lucian. We do not need that level of nastiness in our life. Oh boy. Okay. MySpace survived. 4chan survived. We might have a chance against Cynthia. We just need to be very, very careful. Because our two options for killing her are a Roserade with Dazzling Gleam, and what's upcoming but a Gengar with Dazzling Gleam. So we're gonna have to deal with that. Also, you can't see my mouse. Whoops. That's fine. So, now we get to go deal with who everybody and their grandmother likes to call Mommy, which is fair. A lot of people probably want Cynthia to step on them. And she will, especially in this game, if you're not ready for it. My space, please get better. Or Chan, please stop being dead. Thank you. Okay. What now? Oh, it's just Cynthia. Everybody loves Cynthia. Cynthia is just like the best champion, so everybody loves her. So everyone wants to have a piece of her. Alright, so let's see here. We're down to 4 Pokemon, so let me just see what Cynthia starts with. She starts with the Spiritomb. Oh, I don't like that. Starting with the Spiritomb is actually kind of annoying. And you do have a Steel type, so I can't even guarantee the Toxic Stall. So, note to self. We're gonna need you up front first to deal with the Spiritomb. The problem is we don't have anything good for the Roserade now, because it's really only weak to Fire and Flying, I believe? Fire, Flying, and Ice, which are things we don't have anymore. Oh yeah, also Psychic. I guess it's the Poison type. We've been worrying about that the entire time. Alright, let's see here. So, Cynthia. Cynthia's a problem. We thankfully got Rock Slide on Something Awful, in case something awful happens to my space when the Togekiss comes out. We've got Poison-type attacks on Something Awful, and I think 4chan has one. Yeah, you've got Cross Poison. So that's at least good. So, considering we would like to beat Cynthia, let us... Whoops. Not the R button, Jude. This. Let's try Cynthia. I would like to at least beat Cynthia with this team, and I'm assuming 4 Pokemon is going to make this rough, no matter what we do. But if we wipe to Cynthia, why don't we try and reset from there to see if we can at least beat Cynthia with this team? That sound like a fair comparison? Because otherwise I'm not starting this from scratch again and starting the Poison type run over from the start. That would be insane. But let's see here. We probably want to make sure that Gengar can also answer to Garchomp if the need arises, which is why I've got another copy of Dazzling Gleam in here somewhere. Where is it? There we go. Use this, my space. What can we get rid of? I can probably get rid of Dark Pulse for Dazzling Gleam. T-Bolt I kind of need to keep around for the... she doesn't have Togekiss. What? Wait, really? I guess she gives you one, but what the hell does she... She gets Togekiss in the rematches. Okay. That makes a little more sense. I thought she had one in Diamond and Pearl. I guess not. Okay. So, less of a problem worrying about the bird. I might want to put... Let's see. No. Dark Pulse might be a good option to have for specifically nothing. Dazzling Gleam we just need for the damage on Garchomp in case that's the last thing we need to fight. But, there we go. Alright then. Also, Tentacruel can learn Dazzling Gleam. I'm not sure why Tentacruel, of all things, can actually provide the cuteness of a fairy in the face of danger. Let's see here. Everybody's at full. Any better items we can put on people? The Meadow Plate I'd almost want to keep on you. I wonder if I can get the growth, actually, against Spiritomb. I might, actually. Does that have a Psychic move by chance? It does have Psychic move, so it's definitely going to go for it. Oh boy. Can Roserade survive a Spiritomb? That's going to be the question we deal with. Alrighty then. Let's try this. Cynthia's not going to be a simple fight, but we get the glorious music at least. Have you been keeping well? Thanks for your help on Mount Coronet. I'm truly grateful. Together, you and your Pokemon overcame all the challenges you faced, however difficult. Means you've triumphed, so for any personal weaknesses too. The power you learned, I can feel it emanating from you. But that's enough talk. Let's get to why you're here. As the Pokemon League champion, I accept your challenge. Oh boy, let's see what we can do here. Cynthia's not easy by any stretch, but we can do our best with 2 Pokemon down against her team of 6. It's very overpowered Pokemon. And we get to start with this thing, which you don't get to see until here, or unless you get it yourself. So high Spiritomb. Yeah, pressure. Don't like your pressure. Right, I don't have the most Giga Drains left on you. That could be a problem. Are we faster? We're faster. Oh, that doesn't even do half. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Oh boy. Let's see here. Spiritomb, Spiritomb. If it doesn't cheat, it'll still go for Psychic. We might be able to get away with Crunch to kill it, as that will be neutral. So let's see if she cheats or not. She doesn't. Cool. Alright, so we've got the option between underpower that, or about 135, I think, with the black glasses. So, kinda need to just hope this works. It does not. And you've got a Citrus Berry on that? Are you winning, son? Not quite. We lost our Tentacruel and our Golbat, or our Crobat already. But we're doing our best. Cynthia, unfortunately, is a bit of a wall. Let's see here. And pressure stalling, I don't like having to do 3 attacks against Spiritomb. Okay, first one down. There we go. Send out your Gastrodon. Nice. We can kind of take advantage of that. There we go. Hello, Reddit. I didn't put the fighting type attack back on Toxicrow. Oh, I didn't think about that. Shite. Whoops. That could be a problem. Just gonna do that. Yoink. Just gonna heal back up mostly to full. Or to full. Okay, that works. Thank you for bringing something that's 4 times weak to grass, Cynthia. That helps us out a lot. And then right into the Milotic. Huh. What would Milotic be able to do to us? Milotic is tanky as all hell. I might go for a single growth. And then we should be okay there. I have Milotic. You're a tanky water type. I'm probably sure you're gonna have Ice Beam, but that shouldn't be able to kill us since that's not Stab, and it's only 2 times against us. Yeah, that was read pretty much accurately. And we can get another one, and if we feel like... Wait, what? Why does she have a Flame Orb on her Milotic? What is the significance of having Flame Orb on Milotic? What? Oh, right, Marvel Scale. I keep forgetting about that ability, because it's really only on Dragonite most of the time. It raises defense if they have a status, so it's like Guts, but for defense. Let's see here, that did 86 damage. Can we risk this? I think we can risk that. But I feel like the next thing coming out is going to be the Lucario, which is a problem. Is it worth getting another growth in? Yes. As long as she doesn't crit, we're fine. But that's a weird thing to bank on. Please. Okay, we're good. That gets a little bit of burn damage in. That's fine. Now we can go for the Giga at +2. This should be enough to take out the Milotic. Yeah, cool. Milotic is tanky as all fuck, but this helps. That helps a good bit. Alrighty then, that puts right up to 68. That helps us out a bit too, gives us some speed, some more special attack. You're sending out your own Roserade. I kind of want to keep my boosted one in, is the problem. We could probably actually stall this, now that I'm thinking on it. Because, like, what is her Roserade going to have that would be a problem? Sludge Bomb and Energy Ball. Jesus, she has all the TM moves on that thing. We could try and get to +6. Let's try getting at least one more in, and then we'll just try to grass it down with resisted hits, because that's all she's going to be able to do to us too. It's faster. Oh, never mind. Okay. That's not going to end well. Why is that a physical attack? Also, she's faster, which is a problem. You're gonna Sludge Bomb us. Who is a tank? You are a tank who should be able to do something about it. Jeez. We are in trouble. And I'm gonna need that Roserade for the Garchomp. I'm gonna let you know now, someone's going to die to the Garchomp, no matter what we do. Oh, that still does so much. Oh, I don't like that at all. Now, can we get lucky and get a crit with that? I don't know if we can, is the issue. This might be helpful. That's neutral. Okay. Please do a lot. That's not enough to kill. Fuck. Oh boy. So what do we realistically have left? We've got the Lucario. We've got the Garchomp, and then we've got the Roserade. We are in a bad spot, to say the least. Would going into you work? Because if she goes for Dazzling Gleam, I'm pretty sure we resist that being a poison ghost. So it should be okay? And then we can outspeed Psychic and kill it. Then Lucario comes out and we cry. Okay, works. And Curse Body, which means you can't do that anymore. And now you use the full restore. What the hell is this AI? Cynthia, girl, you've had like 4 turns to heal that thing. Why are you only doing it now? Alright, I'm assuming... Okay, thank god we actually outspeed it. Goodbye, Roserade. Alright. One problem down. Now, I'm assuming next is the Lucario. Right? Yeah, you're gonna keep Lucario in. I might have to do this with something awful, because it's weak to ground. So I might slow it down so that someone else can kill it, because we don't need Toxicroak for anything else. But I might at least be able to get one Bulldoze off with 1 speed drop. That should help us out a little bit. Especially if it's good. Why is it nasty plotting? It has Aura Sphere, doesn't it? Oh, you're gonna absolutely destroy us with Aura Sphere, aren't you? Oh, actually. That's good. That actually did more than half. That was more than I was expecting. Now, are you still faster? You are still faster. Hell yeah! Toxicroak for the win. Toto would be proud. Alright. Now, kind of the same idea. We've got the Garchomp now. We can technically Sucker Punch it to break any potential sash it might have. Actually, no, it's got the berry, doesn't it? But we've got Garchomp now. This is her last threat. We just need to take this thing out, but this thing is going to be an absolute monster. So, the theory that I can think of, at the very least, is that we could either try and stick with Toxicroak and just try and bulldoze it to try and lower its speed once. It's going to Earthquake us no matter what we do, but at the very least, Something Awful can take that at 2 times, which is better than 4... Well, it's the same as 4chan, and the other 2 will not exactly enjoy it right now either. So, this is going to be sacking off Something Awful, but let's be real here. A lot of people want to kill Something Awful anyways. So let's just see what we can do with this. And of course you've got the fire. So let's see here. We can either bulldoze or we can Sucker Punch. Considering this thing's level 66 and fully EV trained, I'm going to bet on the fact that we will be slower than this Garchomp no matter what we do. And Sucker Punch, because it's going to go for Earthquake and murder our faces. Wait, what? Oh. Oh no. I don't like that at all. Okay, why do you have... Okay. We are so fucked. That was a misread. That was a hell of a misread. Eee. I should have bulldozed. That would have gotten it to be slower. And pop. Does a bit. Oh, thank God. Thank you for the crit, buddy. That at least helps us out a little bit. The Rough Skin, that's expected. The Earthquake comes out at +2. This should probably kill unless Affection saves us, which it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. Now we just gotta deal with the Garchomp +2 that I could have slowed down. Reddit, I need you to pull off the clutch play of your life here. Kind of surprising that that doesn't work, but no. Goodbye, Reddit. This is a problem. So let's see here. Reddit's gone. Dude, you're not gone. You're gone. So, our option is functionally, MySpace needs to outspeed it and kill it immediately, because Earthquake will kill MySpace. But, when we try this again, there is a way we can do it. So we know if Cynthia's Garchomp goes for Sword Stance first, we can bulldoze it, and then that should at the very... Wow, we actually outsped it? That's not enough to kill. Oh, that sucks. There comes the +2 Earthquake. MySpace is dead unless Affection Boost. Affection Boost saves us! Fuck yes, Affection Boosts are busted. So if you wipe here, this is a save wipe. This would functionally be the end of the run, yeah, but we kind of just need to go for... That would be super effective at 160. That'll basically be the same, but that might give us a specialty drop if she goes for the heal, which I might need. Either one will kill, so it's fine, but if she full restores here, and we can get the special D-drop from Shadow Ball, we might be able to do this. Please. Or a crit. A crit also helps. Gengar, pull through for us with the affection boost. It's bullshit, but I'm totally fine with exploiting bullshit for this goddamn Elite Four. There we go. Got it. Oh boy, and the added crit on the end. This Gengar absolutely loves this. Okay. I think that's all of them. Thank fucking god. Okay. This is why the Poison type run is hard. Like, if this was just regular Diamond and Pearl, this fight would be easy. Cynthia's Pokemon are all EV trained to the max, which are perfectly competitive. The Cynthia fight in this game is harder than it needs to be. At least on your first run. Whew. But there we go. Got it done. Only killed 4 of our team members to get this far. One of which was a bit of a mistake on the Garchomp, which is fine. But, there we go. Yay. We're good. My clapping's not going to pick up on the mic. I have way too many ambient sound blockers going. Now what are we going to do? That was admittedly the question, because I kind of figured Cynthia would take us a little bit longer than that. But we do technically have options. Rhoda has the Hall of Fame. Hi there, Rowan. Also, I will say, this is actually just the first time I'm beating BDSP now, so yay. Now I can do all the post-game bullshit with the legendaries. Is this the end, or does this run still have some stuff to do? No, this is functionally the end of the challenge. As long as you can become the champion, that's just the end of a functional challenge. There's post-game stuff to do, but like it's not required for anything. There's the Battle Tower, which is just chock full of legendaries. There's no way in hell we can do that. There's a bunch of just post-game locations you can get stuff for. You can collect all of the post-game released Pokemon in the underground, like Yanma and Porygon and all them. You can actually get the evolutions to Mons that they blocked off for some fucking reason, like Gliscor, Rhyperior, and Dusknoir. But aside from that, I'm not 100% certain, because I figured this might take a bit longer. But there we go. We're now the champions of the Sinnoh League, with a bunch of, well, with a pair of Poison-type Pokemon, because everyone else kind of died, but that's kind of expected. But that works. It kind of just depends on what we'd want to do. I could kind of load in my Diamond game and go through that. Oops, excuse me. What games do I have on the side here? I do have Let's Go Eevee beside me. Hold on. Let's see here. Rune Factory 4 is not something I'd want to start now. That game takes way too goddamn long. Animal Crossing is not something that can last the remaining 2.5 hours that we've got left. There might be a game I have downloaded we could play, actually. Let me check. Because there are a few random games that I've downloaded that just have not ended well. But there we go. We get the credits at the very least. And I think these run for a bit, so I could also check the other physical games I have. Or I could just look through Steam, in all honesty, while this is going. Because that's not going to bother your guys' view of anything. Because the main goal for Sundays is we're probably going to do Pokemon still. We'll probably start up Legends Arceus next week. Also, I should pull up Garchomp Sprite. I do have Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, just I don't like playing it on stream, really. It's not quite... Oh, right, we have the prop window open already. It's more so one of those games I'll play in my idle time, but considering all it is competitive card games plus the single-player mode, it's not really something I'm going to do on my channel at the very least. Here's Garchomp that we can staple to our face really quick. Oh no, you missed the end. You did, Non, but it's fine. Thankfully, it's only an hour and a half, and we did get it done in the first run, just obviously as you can see by our party listing. Cynthia was rough. Let's see here. Where's Garchomp that I can staple to my face? There's Garchomp. There we go. Yeah, we got some losses at the very least. I can either let you watch it, or... Let's see. I can either let you watch the rerun of it a bit later, or I can just let you know the quick summary of events while the credits is going, because Cynthia was not fun. Let's see here. Is there any game that we could play aside from Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, Gengar thankfully did save the run for us. It's fairly clutch of Gengar to actually solve that for us. Oh boy, we were so screwed. Let's see here. Is Cynthia ever really fun, though? Cynthia in, like, the normal games is honestly fine. It's literally just because of the fact that she's fully EV trained here that she becomes a problem. My power went out just as you beat them? Oh. It couldn't believe that we were able to beat Cynthia with a team of poison types. But welcome back, Solace. Apologies that your power kind of just conked out there. Although that's really weird timing, actually, for the power to go out. But still, thank you. Managed to get it done. We can now have a Garchomp accurately labeled to our stapled to our face. Also, it's a fairly casual outfit for just kind of strolling along Riverside. Oh yeah, we could go after legendaries and such too. I keep forgetting those are locked to post-game. Except for Mesprit, who's just wandering right now. Let's see here. What else do I have that we could play for another couple hours? Probably should put my glasses on, actually. 1 second. Alright. Hey, gonna do any post-game stuff? We can do post-game stuff if you want. Admittedly, our team is mostly dead, but we could say that Arceus came by and resurrected everybody as a congrats for actually finishing the run. And we could just do post-game stuff. I want someone to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With? Well, apologies, John. Hopefully you can find someone. It's not the type of game that I really feel like playing. It's fun to watch. I just don't like playing it. We could do post-game stuff. I could actually grab Pokemon that I would normally use and kind of just show stuff off for you. Because I think I can get Yanma relatively easily now. And I should have enough heart scales to actually get that going. Yeah, one day you will. There's going to be enough people talking about that game that you'll undoubtedly be able to just grab a game one of these days. Oh, right, my eyes are going to freak out with glasses on. Wait, there we go. Yeah. Look at that, Arceus appeared. All of our Pokemon are not dead now. That's handy. Yeah, we did it. Somehow we're able to beat Cynthia, so that's always good. Also, come on, Switch. There you go. That's a bit of a problem. So why don't we try getting the Mon that I would usually use? That's not inherently too hard for us. And now that at least we're at the end of the game, it's a bit easier. Don't know if that would be shouting that you need to go on a ship to Snowpoint, or at Snowpoint. I think that's for the battle tower, for the most part. Forgot to say Jude, C, Solace, and John. Pleasure having you, Non. Hopefully the day was at least good for you so far. I know you kind of came in just immediately at the ending, but let's see here. So, there's one Pokemon that should be relatively obvious that I would go for normally. I just gotta find it. No, not that. Fly to about here, I think? Oh, you just woke up. Okay. Well, hopefully your coffee is made soon. That's definitely the important part of all that. There we go. So, let's grab... Let's just build our... Let's build a Jude-approved team instead of the Poison-type team. So, first off, we need to find a specific cave. Where am I? I'm right there. Okay. Slept in a bit because Sunday feels that way sometimes. Yeah, it's not inherently a bad thing to sleep in on a Sunday. Okay, so you'll notice immediately that just a lot more Pokemon actually show up here. As soon as you beat the League, the Underground expands tremendously, which is a bit of a problem when you're trying to find specific Mon, but we'll try and find it, hopefully quickly. Hi, Golbat. But the main thing we're looking for right now is Magnemite. This is something you can get relatively early on, but this is a Poison-type run, so... Hi, buddy. Please? Please? Thank you. So, first Jude-approved Pokemon, Magnemite. I have had a childhood fascination with magnets, which I'm not 100% certain why, but as soon as Pokemon came out and this thing was just available, yeah, I kind of just fell in love with Little Magnet Boy pretty much as soon as it happened. So, please be nice and actually sit in there. Oh. Plus, I mean, it's nice to stick a magnet to various machinery and let it glitch out slightly, right? Magnemite. Hi, buddy. Let's see here. Oops. Hi. There we go. Send it to a box. So we'll need to get that guy leveled up, which, actually, not sure why I sent it to the box, really. We're kind of done with the Poison-type squad, unfortunately, because I wouldn't use most of these on the team, except maybe Crobat. But now we've got some things to hunt. So first off, you're staying with us, because I need to level you up once to become a Magneton. You can go over 4chan, and 4chan can just sit in this box. And then our winning team can all just kind of sit down there. I want to keep slightly beefier one up front, just so that way we're not getting completely screwed over. Might honestly be you. There we go. Does this mean you're done with the Monolocke at this point? Yeah, we're kind of done with the Monolocke. Because we can try and do post-game with just the Poison team, but, like, the post-game is not meant for Monolocking. Oops. I can just let you know that now. And I can just show you some of the post-game stuff, which inherently shouldn't be too bad at the very least. Let's see here. What's the next one I usually grab? I need to go to, like, the ice area, don't I? Kind of just depends on what folks want to see, in all honesty. I can just explore the post-game stuff with... No, not that. Is it this button? Yeah, it is that button. I can explore the post-game with the Poison Squad, since it's at least available to us. Cynthia, admittedly, is a challenge. And I think the post-game can at least be started with the Poison Squad. I'm just not sure if you can actually do it with the Poison Squad. Fly. We kind of need to go here anyways, so... Well, thank you, Mr. Bird. And I think, at the very least, the title of this doesn't have the Nuzlocke in it. So I think I left it off. So it should be okay. Let's see. Quick button. That's the quick button. There we go. Oh, no, don't want that. Also don't want that. Brain, please. Thank you. Actually, yeah. Gonna walk the pup and get some coffee. Alright, sounds good, Non. Hopefully the pupper walk works well for you. Let's see here. We need to now grab an ice type. Because we got the robot out of the way. Now we just need to get the freezer out of the way. Which is going to end up being a little piggy boy, if we can find him quickly. I'd be half tempted to use Weavile, but what I want is the little piggy boy. Oops. Not showing up as often as I figured it would. Where are you, little piggy boy? But the other June-approved Pokemon from Gen 4 is Mamoswine, if it's not super obvious. Just why am I not finding it is the question. I feel like that should be a relatively easy one to find. Especially considering that's one you can get before the post-game. That's Tree. It's in the swamp area? Why would they put Swine up in swamp area? Some of them are in weird places, though. I guess that makes sense. Do I have any swamps on the northern path? No. That's all in the middle. Oop. Right, not that way. In all honesty, I could probably just build the June-approved team later. Why don't we just take our poisons, we'll deal with Berry, and we'll see what we can do with this post-game stuff, because I'm not 100% certain. It's been a while since I've touched Gen 4 Poison, or Gen 4 post-game. Also, why am I going in here? I don't need to be in here. I'll grab these guys later, for myself, since this file's actually done. There we go. You can get in here. You can get in here. Oops. You can get in here. Then you, as the odd savior of the run, can get in here. There we go. Then we'll put Drain Punch back on you too. That was honestly a big problem. Fighting type, Drain Punch, Drain... Oh, there it is. Let's just get that back on you. It's a little bit easier that way. Losing the Rock Slide is honestly okay. There we go. Thankfully didn't need it, but it was good to have as backup in case anything weird happened. Alright, Barry, where are you? I'm gonna need to go to the post-game area anyways for evolution items, so... Barry, where are you? You want to sail to the battle zone? Yeah, it is just the battle tower and all that. But there are other places you can go to, so we'll take a peek. Because we kind of need to find all of the evolution items on the island anyways. Hey, Barry. Hey, Juicy, what took you so long? You're not gonna find me money, Barry. I'm the champion. I'm gonna become the greatest trainer ever, and I'm here to toughen up myself and my Pokemon. That is fair. Also, hi there, Buck. At least I think that's your name. Greatest trainer ever, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna... the volcano. Okay. Alright, buddy. Have fun wandering the volcano. I'm sure that'll help you out a lot. Oh yeah, the treasure. I keep forgetting that Buck is looking for Heatran, and he just doesn't really know it yet. Hey, buddy. Okay, Buck is your name. If that punk thinks he can beat me, he's got another thing coming. So, do you know that zippity-dippity trainer? You should chase after the guy and tell him not to underestimate the volcano. Oh, he's fine. He's got a turtle. Oh, but you know what? You better shape up the battle tower first. I don't like your chances of getting to the volcano otherwise. Oh, jeez. You are just a sassy little boy, aren't you? Also, why are you blocking off the route? What? Waiting for you to fill it completely? Oh, I need to get the National Dex crap before it lets me do stuff. Oh crap, how far back are we actually on the National Dex? That's not what I need. So we've got all the starters. That solves this at the very least. We've seen most things, but I know we're missing a few. So we've never seen a Combee. That's surprising, actually. How have we never seen Combee? Is that really just it? Combee? Whatever this entire line is. What? Oh no, that's Pikachu there. So, whatever those two are, we also need to find somewhere. Then we need Riolu. which we can get from Riley's egg. Then these two. A couple of waters. Then these are the 3 gods. So, Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit, I think, is the order for those. Mesprit's going to be a pain in the butt to actually find, though. Let's see, Battle Park ahead, where trainers train. I don't think this is necessarily where we need to go. Battle Park's your first time, step this way. Hello, a bunch of Nurse Joy knockoffs. Your first visit, give you a point card. Used in Battle Park, here you go. Point cards are definitely nice. Tends to be helpful when you need to actually grind out the evolution items for multiple mon, but... Okay, thank you. What is the Battle Park exactly? I'm assuming just a bunch of trainers, right? Types of Pokemon, the moves to be taught and used, the items to be held. Kind of number 1 here, there's no detail can be overlooked. Yeah, this is basically competitive area 101. This is originally when they wanted to teach people about all the various competitive aspects of things just in the game itself. Oh, there's one. There we go, there's the Razor Fang. So now we can get Gliscor if we ever need to. Gliscor is neat, but it's not my favorite ground type at all. Let's see. Old woman, hello. Don't have to worry too much about you. And then you and your baby. Kid toning trainer, I want to show my beloved son something cool, so I'm having a go at Masterclass. Oh boy, you're gonna be a little bit cooler than that, friend. Well, let's just see here. Hello, Tower. How are you? Oh, hi, Barry. You're a bit late. Oh no, it's not Barry, it's Palmer. Hi there. What the? Sorry about that, it's in a rush. Oh boy, wait a second, aren't you? You're Juicy from Twin Leaf. Wow, that brings back memories. So if you're here, you can't be far behind. This should be fun, see ya. Yeah, that's Barry's dad. Oh, hi. Barry, you almost kicked me into the building. Hey Juicy, you came to the Battle Tower too? Decided to see how I measure up before going to Stark Mountain. But that guy you're just talking to. It's your father. I hope you recognize your father. Have you been far apart for that long? Gonna toughen up here? Alright, thanks for clipping through us through hair, buddy. Oh, that's just an overpass. Okay. That's actually kind of a smart way to hide that in 3D. Alright, I'll give him that. That's at least smart enough to hide. Let's see here. Anything that we need to worry about here, aside from weird invisible walls? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, Battle Tower. This is a weird place. I'm pretty sure we can't do this. But it's at least worth checking. Hello. Exactly what it sounds like, you know, Pokemon battles, singles, doubles, and then their master classes. And if you win, you get BP and all that. Let's see. Battle Tower. I'm your guide to single and double. Like to take the Battle Room Challenge. I mean, we can try. It's probably not going to end super well, but we can try. Let's see here. Battle Team. Yes, that should be okay. Oh, can I do all 6? Crobat and Drapeon can honestly be our leads. That should help us out a little bit. And then Gengar? Oh yeah, you can only have 4 because it's doubles. Leave out Tentacruel and something awful. That leaves us without water or ice. That's a weird combo. Alright, well, Flying, Poison, Dark, Ground, Bug, Dark, Berry, and the Water. We'll have to see how that goes for us. And considering we've got... Actually, we've got Surf on Tentacruel, so that's not great as our water option. But we'll try it at least and see. I'm assuming we can at least get through one battle, but I could be wrong. Hello. Now, which room are we going to? Just the second one? Okay. Seemed a little bit unnecessary, but alright. So let's see what the first trainer has in the battle tower. Because I remember this being awkward, no matter what you do. Especially for doubles. Doubles might get a little bit interesting. You start with Bronzor and Bulbasaur. Okay, never mind. Why are you starting with first forms? Also, one of them's immune to Earthquake, and I don't like that. I do kind of need to get rid of the Bronzor, unfortunately. So you can do that, you can Earthquake. That'll at least kill the Bulbasaur, or at least do a decent amount of damage to the Bulbasaur. You have Citrus Berry on your Bronzor. Wow. Okay, fair. EQ doesn't affect Twitter, doesn't affect the Bronzor, which is expected. And it does a decent chunk to the Bulbasaur, which should activate any berry it has. And you Leech Seed the Bat. Weird. Gyro Ball, also on the Bat. Okay. And then Black Sludge on the Bulbasaur? Leftovers, okay. That's going to be a very stally Bulbasaur. We might need to just take that out first then. Never mind, you, sir, are going to go away now. And then you can honestly just crunch that. That might be a little bit better. Fine. Goodbye to Bulba. Shark Beak Crobat tends to be a little bit helpful in places when you need flying type coverage. And Black Glasses Drapeon tends to help when you need dark type coverage. Goodbye. Now what else do you have? Coughing. And Hippopotas. Okay. Sandstream, that's unfortunately expected. Let's see here. Poison. Ugh. You're honestly not a good fit, but I kind of need you for the Earthquake coverage. So why don't we do this? No, not Crunch. Earthquake on the Coughing. And I'm not sure why we get the Coughing stats already. Actually a bit weird. Doesn't affect Twitter. Coughing does have Levitate. Okay. That does not do much to Hippo. Okay. Then Smokescreen, you're just being a jerk. Okay, gotcha. And then Sand Tomb on 4chan. That's okay. Let it miss at the very least. It's always the awkward point. And then Coughing. And the Leech Seed is still active, huh? Okay, that's fair. Twitter, you might need to go down for the team. Let's see here. Why don't we cross poison? Oh no, right, Ground does resist poison. Why don't we do that and just kind of double up into the Coughing to get rid of it? Just so that way it doesn't kind of mess with anything else on our squad. On none. And then the Crunch from 4chan should kill. Yeah, cool. Goodbye to the Coughing, and then just a Bite. That's not enough to kill. So at least win battle 1. That's not too bad. Let's see, just Omnom on the Hippo, and Omnom on the Hippo. That should be enough to take it out. Should being an operative term, because it might have ELA. There we go. Much better. Goodbye. Nice and easy. So, who's next? Restored to full. Okay. Helpful. Yeah, keep going. We've got a little nerdy kid. Hello. Are you going to have a bunch of levitating Pokemon as well? School Kid Chaz. Bulbasaur and Riolu. Okay, well there's our Riolu thing, so we don't have to worry about hatching that egg anymore. But noted. We need to pluck the Bulbasaur, and we can Earthquake to hit everything else. Wow, it actually... Pluck missed? How does Pluck miss? That's not a 95. No. Then Takedown. You put Takedown Wow. Okay. Well, enjoy that, friend. I wonder if he has Bright Powder on the Bulbasaur, because that would explain a couple things. Riolu's Copycat? Ah. You have Prankster Riolu to use Copycat to use Takedown. Okay. And there goes your Riolu. So, your team was kind of ineffective. Aside from the one crit takedown. And then a bird. Hello, bird. And then Snover. Okay. Snover's going to set up Hail, I'm pretty sure. So, Intimidate, and then Snow Warning. That's not helpful for your Staravia either, friend. Why are you doing that? Let's see here. And then you... We can't EQ the bird, but we can cross-poison it. Hope for a crit. Pop. Does a good amount of damage there. Cross-poison on the bird should do about 70. Nope, 65. A on 4chan. That's fine. Icy Wind on both. That's not good for Twitter, but we'll deal with it. And I'm not sure if a speed fall is necessarily going to matter nearly as much here. Because I'm pretty sure Crobat can still outspeed a Staravia. Let's see here, just pluck that and cross-poison that. And we're good, hopefully. Endeavor, okay. That's fine. Goodbye to Snover. So, Staravia was still faster, but this is enough. Goodbye. Lovely. 2 rounds done. Good job, kiddo. Now, I do wonder if this is random or not, because we might just be able to set up a team that's actually suited to doing this, instead of just hoping for the best. But let's just see what round 3 is. It's a little swimmer boy. Well, we do have a Gengar if that helps, but you're probably not going to have all water types. That'd be a little bit silly. Chimchar and Gibble. How did you get one of the starters? But okay. I'm assuming the Gibble will have Rock Slide on it, so... Right, that's not very effective. Because you're a ground type. And that's just useful. Gonna half double up into the Gibble slot, which is fine. That's also fine. Mainly because the Chimchar doesn't like EQ very much. There we go. 1 down. That thing probably had fighting moves anyways. Let's see. Shield on. Okay. That's not one you get to see super often. Oh, Gibble dug. Well, that's okay. Rip you for not having anything on your... Huh. I shouldn't get notifications about that. Weird. Shieldon's dead. Gibble is dead. Because thankfully you can still EQ things that are dug underground. And Natu. That's another Pokemon I love, but I just wish was actually better. Sorry, little bird buddy. You're facing a lot of poison types, which means there's a lot of dark attacks on them. Om nom. And... Om nom. There we go. Not too hard. And you didn't even have a water type. What kind of a swimmer boy are you? You should at least have one water type on hand. Oh, there we go. Not really sure how many of these are going to be done before you just get to another class, but this is at least helping us out in gathering BP a little bit, so nothing super wrong with that. I'll need that later anyways. What do you got? Shedinja. Oh, you do not get to see Shedinja very much. Is Shedinja in National Dex? Can you even get Nincada naturally? Either way, we have ways of killing it, but that's a weird one. That's not one you come across very often. Just bite the Snorunt. It's not gonna have much that we have for it. Anyways, goodbye, Shedinja. Flop. Crunch. And goodbye to Snorunt. Glad that was enough. Oh, I don't have energy. Okay. Love Disc and Coughing. Well, we know that you've got Levitate, so we don't even have to worry about that. Why don't we just double up into the Love Disc slot? Because Love Disc is a bit of a cleric, and we don't really want to deal with that. A cleric and an unnecessary tank. Not quite enough. Then Rain Dance. Why would you do Rain Dance? Can Coughing learn Thunder? Also, welcome back, Non. Oh, Torment. Oh, that doesn't come up super often. Alright, well, you can go away, and then I guess we'll just crunch the Coughing then. Water Pulse. Oh, it's got Swift Swim. That's why I wanted to set up Rain. Okay, that makes sense. Goodbye, Love Disc. Down you go. And Coughing. Not quite enough. But all you're gonna do is accuracy drops, that's honestly okay. How'd you tell I was back? You turned on Animal Crossing. That's how I know you were back. Yeah, the Switch. That's the fun of having friends on Switch. Oh, right, Torment. I guess we have to cross poison then. Oh. There we go. Doing okay with the battle tower so far at the very least, so that's handy. Now, I haven't done battle tower stuff before, but what exactly do we need to... or how many rounds do you actually need to go through before something happens? You're just another kid, you're not unique at all. Let's see here. Battle Tower. Because considering they're still using First Form Mon, that could be a little bit annoying. Battle Tower. Let's see here. Really damage change Pearl's post-game battle facility. See the National Dex. We don't have the National Dex yet, but we can still go here apparently, which is weird. Let's see. After you've received the Nat Dex, you'll gain access to the park. This battle tower is run by Palmer, father of your rival. Okay, so that's a little bit of a incorrect thing, because you don't need the National Pokedex to get here. You can get here before you even have it. Let's see. At streaks of 21 and 49, you'll face a Tower Tycoon singles and Masters. You'll frequently go on 7 later. In doubles, when you hit Masters, you'll start facing against 2 trainers at a time with varying sets. Oh god, okay. So Battle Tower is definitely going to be a little bit awkward, but that's fine. And then both water. Huh. Might swap out Drapeon for Gengar, just so that way we can get some T-Bolting in. They're probably going to Aqua Jet with the Buizel, since it needs priority to survive in most setups anyways, but let's just see. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. Well, goodbye Buizel. You're a bit of a glass cannon. And now we've got a fish that wants to heal itself, so it's trying to use the exact same stalling we had on Tentacruel. Let's see here. Cross Poison into there, and T-Bolt into the fish. Goodbye, Feech. And I'm assuming it doesn't... yeah. It'd be weird for that to Focus Sash or something like that. There we go. Goodbye. Now, that does just raise the question, how long does it take to get the Masters and doubles? Let's see, Battle Tower Shop is important. There's a lot of extra items in here that you need. A lot of TMs that you kind of need too. Streaks 21 and 49. In doubles when you hit Masters. Yeah, but how do you hit Master is the question. Where you go in for 7 at a time. Okay. So we just need to get through 7 fights at a time, and that's kind of the main idea. Also, Burmy and Squirtle. That's a bit awkward. Would Squirtle go for Skull Bash out of curiosity into the Drapeon slot is the question. I think most things are going to end up going for the Crobat, since Drapeon's a bit of a tank anyways. Right? Goodbye, Burmy. Oh wait, I don't think we've actually seen Burmy, Wormadam, and Motham. Those are ones we need to actually find. I don't even... oh yeah, Aquatail. Okay. And Snova. Hello, Snova. Also, Curse Body didn't go off from the Aquatail. That's a bit weird. Maybe it's a chance to get rid of it, but not a guarantee. Zap. Goodbye, Squirtle. Always nice to bring a small nuclear ghost with you, where possible. Then, Nom. That should do... yeah, that sounds about right. Blizzard. Ooh, that's nasty. Oh, but you can't use it anymore. Okay, that's fine by me. And yep, that's fine. I'm gonna use Gengar for whatever she throws out next. I cannot use Gengar for that. But you can at least take care of that. But how do we get rid of you? Dark, I'm pretty sure, resists Ghost. That is neutral and a spread, so that's about the best we can do. There we go. Snowbird's down. That Pluck will now go into the Houndour slot, which shouldn't do too much. Oh no, that's enough to kill. Cool. Well, glad I am accidentally making decent battle choices during all this. Nice work, little girl. You tried your best. Now, this should be Battle 7, right? Yeah. So at least if this wiki is right, then this should at least be the last round that we need for the doubles matchup, which should give us battle points for a few things. Including TMs, which I'm pretty sure there are a few here that would actually benefit the squad. Oh hey, look, it's the best starter. Hey Totodile, how's it going, buddy? I'd like to have you if at all possible. We can technically find you now that we're in post-game, but... that, and EQ... there we go. But that's a decent question for folks who are at least interested in Pokemon. But what is your favorite starter? Because I know... oh yeah, that actually didn't do as much as I figured. And a Citrus Berry? On the Geodude? Yeah, okay. Fair enough, let's see what you got. Waterfall and Totodile, that's actually pretty good for it. And then Bulldoze, which... why would you... I guess for the speed drop, but you kind of just off your own mate by doing that. That was not smart of you, friend. There we go. Then the Houndour. Okay, we can EQ that. Then we'll cross poison into that slot as well, just to make sure it dies. But... oh, you're gonna protect with it. That's smart. Okay. I get this is doubles, but this is still gonna play out the animation because it can still functionally get the effect off, right? Oh no, cool, it just avoids it. That's handy. Actually, I probably should have doubled up into the Geodude. Yeah, I should have doubled up into Geodude. Whoops. That's fine. Doesn't affect Twitter. Does a decent chunk to Geodude, at least. And then strength on the bat. I mean, fair. Scorpy. Bug poison. It's weak to bird, it's weak to psychic. I guess we're doing this then. That should work out okay. Are you really gonna go for the double protect again? No, not double, just one. Alright, Scorpy. Papaya? Oh, right, berries. Doesn't affect Twitter, so this is just on Scorpy, which is not enough to kill, unfortunately. And then Scary Face. Who are you going for? The Drapeon again? Drapeon's already one of the slowest things on the field. What are you trying to accomplish here? You resist Bug? You don't resist Bug. Let's just do that. This Geodude will go first. I'm not sure if the Scorpy will, or the Drapeon will die, though. Oh no. We're actually still faster. Okay, bye-bye, Geodude. Cool, and there we go. 7 rounds at the Battle Tower. I think we're good. And in doubles, too. Congratulations, you've beaten all 7. Yay! Reward you with battle points. You obtain 3. Oh god. You need to do that a few times to actually earn battle points, don't you? Because what's the shop? Masterclass. Yeah, I don't have those yet. What would the shop be, out of curiosity? Assuming you're just here. Glory's an idol. That's not important. In Hoenn region, where contests were. Are you at the shop by chance? Or are these computers that... No. Oh, you can also just register here. Okay. What about you two? Let's see. I'll bet you're just longing to know everything there is about Pokemon. I can tell just by looking at you. Well, you're in luck. I'll give you a present that'll let you see straight through to Pokemon's innate strengths. The Judge function. This is one of those things that is helpful if you're trying to build a competitive team. But that lets you, if I recall correctly, check the EV spread on your Mon. I think you have to do that in summary, right? No? That's a bit weird. Yeah, Champ Ribbon? Champ Ribbon, nice. But where does Judge come in then? Do we have to do that from the box? Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's see. Ah, okay, we had decent speed, at least. Also, you're checking IVs, not EVs. I'm dumb. So let's see here. Gengar was decent overall. Would have been better if we had special attack before. Or Chan having fantastic defense and fantastic special attack. Not the greatest, but I think could have done worse with that. Roserade, good special D, good speed. That's fine. OnlyFans was kind of an average Tentacruel, but was at least speedy and tanky, which is always helpful. Let's see. Twitter was pretty great overall. Yeah. Only thing was kind of down was special defense, but we really don't care about that. And then Toxicroak was just okay. So, definitely kind of what I was feeling. And I know our EV spread on them was just about as bad as it can be. But cool. What about you, Rich Kid? I trained my little guy so we couldn't take it anymore. He's going to do a 100-win streak for sure. I don't think your Pikachu is going to help you very much in the Battle Tower. Also, it probably hates you at this rate. Right, you have the actual voice line that they introduced in Let's Go? Did they introduce that voice line in Let's Go? I don't quite recall. Alright, let's see what else is on this island. As well as the fact that we kind of need to unlock the national Dex, which is a little bit of a whoops. So I might need to look up a couple trainers on the mainland just to see who has the Pokemon we need, but we're close. We only need like a few. And you're just going to block us off, aren't you? Move into the Battle Tower. It's a good place to learn useful battle techniques. Oh boy. How much do I need to do at the Battle Tower before they let me adventure on this island? Because I already got through the 7 battles in doubles. Do you need to do 7 battles in singles too? Which I'm pretty sure singles only that gives you 3 for the battle tower? Is that right? Nope, not that. Guess you have to talk with them to actually get it going. Sure, we'll try single battle. Let's see here. Yeah, that team is fine. Let's do Gengar as the savior of the run, Twitter for the flying coverage, and then Grass Fairy. Ugh. Grass Fairy. Honestly, ground type attacks are just too good. I'm just gonna do that. We got Fairy on the Gengar anyways. Let's just try single and see what we need to do. There we go. Now lead us up, man. Let's see. Maybe not the battle tower itself. What about this island? Hello, little child. Let's see what you got. We got our Gengar out front, so hope for the best. BDSP post-game. That's a Squirtle. That helps. Let's see here. Yeah, Battle Tower's not what I'm looking for. Let's see here. Squirtle, Squirtle. Well, we can electrocute a turtle. Unless it protects, which is just stalling out for PP. Let's just try that again. Zap. Goodbye, Squirtle. That's definitely not helpful either. Might just be better for as a Google search, actually. Also, Charmander, hello. Please tell me you don't just have the 3 starters. That'll be awkward. This is neutral, but that's okay. Charmander doesn't really stand much chance either. BDSP post-game. And Stunky. That's a problem, though. I guess just T-Bolt it. I'm pretty sure it'll only do like 60? 70, okay. And then, really, just Screech. Why only Screech? You're about to die. Zap. Better. Let's see here. How to unlock the post-game. Grab the National Dex. Okay, so after this, I'll just have to look for the Mon that we're missing for National Dex. And then we can actually start doing post-game stuff aside from this. Yeah, keep going. We'll at least get 7 going. Let's see. Swarm Pokemon. Swarm Pokemon are definitely nice. That'll be something for my consumption a bit later. Rominus Park, I know, is pretty important for this. But you do need to do a lot of mining in the underground, so that's going to be important. And the Trophy Garden unlocks too. That's actually kind of nice. Alright, Turtwig, hello. You're actually tanky, so this might not kill. It fake sturdied. Curse. Okay, you're allowed to do that, buddy, but you're like almost dead against a Pokemon that's faster than you. I don't think lowering your speed is going to help that much. Porygon's available in the Trophy Garden. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Do that. No healing here. Don't gotta worry about them full restoring. We can save PP for something else. Alright then. Goodbye to you. Drowsy. Okay. That's not what I was expecting to see, but... Sorry, buddy, you're up against a ghost type. You're not gonna like me very much. Pop. Go kidnap children elsewhere, please and thank you. And then Dratini. One of the few things that we don't exactly have an answer for. But we can hit it neutrally, so that matters. Oh. Goodbye, Dratini. This is a little bit sad if I'm just able to do my first streak basically just with Gengar. Like, I get that it's a glass cannon, but that'd be a little bit silly, guys. Come on. Opponent 3, let's get going. Hello, little girl. How are you doing today? You're gonna grow up to be a Pokemon professor. Well, I wish you luck in that. I hope your team is actually diverse enough to matter. Pikachu? Okay, that actually solves that problem. We still needed to see one of those. Hi there, company mascot. How are you doing today, buddy? Are you feeling overshadowed by Charizard yet? Bop. And down goes the yellow mouse. Carvana. Hello, fish. I know you're kind. You don't like tasers very much now, do you? Oh. One thing that would be fantastic coverage would be Energy Ball for Gengar, though. Oh wow, and a Slowpoke, too. You're really not prepared for this, but Slowpoke will probably survive this. Oh, no, it didn't. That's actually surprising. I thought it wouldn't be able to. Alright, later, buddy. Cool. That's 4th, I think? Or is next fight 4th? There we go. Yeah, 4th. Still got 4 more fights to do then. Hello, little picnicker. How are you? And what do you actually have for this? Cherubi, okay. Just a grass. I wonder if the battle tower might actually help us with finding Combee. I'm assuming there's a specific trainer that has one somewhere. I might actually just look that up now. Let's see. Where can I find Combee? BDSP trainers with Combee. Oh, hi, Spoink. You're a psychic type. Engage in a battle Aroma Lady on Route 208 near the Berry Master's house. Okay, that's not too bad. Hi, Schnubble. How you doing, you fairy type? Let's see here. Everything is effective against it. Thought Fairy resisted Ghost. Oh no, it didn't. Otherwise, Mr. Mime would be able to be neutral on it. Alright, later, Schnubble. Hopefully you enjoy your day. There we go. 4 done. Then I guess I just need to look up the other ones. So Combee's there. What else can we do? Opponent 5. That's fine. New tab. Let's see here. Rookie. Sir, I am the champion. I am not a rookie by any stretch of the imagination. Pokedex. Shining Pearl. Oh. Let's see here. So, Larvitar, you are ground rock at the moment. Not quite a dark type yet. That's okay. Let's see here. What else were we missing out of this list? I think we might have Burmy, Wormadam, and Mothim at this rate, but I could be wrong. Also, hi, Bird. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. Cool, wasted turn. I'm fine with that. Goodbye, Bird. So Combee is something we need to find. Apom and Ambipom, I think we've both seen. I think the fish we might need to see. Also, hi, Cubone. You're a cute little guy, but I'm sorry. Pikachu we already saw. Spiritomb we see from Cynthia. Munchlax and Snorlax we see from Barry. There might be a few. I'll have to check our actual Pokedex, but we definitely need to grab the Lake Spirits for National Dex. So I'll need to go and grab them. Opponent 6. Uxie and Azulf will be at their lakes, but Mesprit's wandering, so we'll have to figure out where the heck that thing is. Alright, Martha. Show us what you got. A Gibble. Well, that's a dragon, so hopefully you have a decent defense against that. Assuming you're not going to have the Fairy resist Fairy. Yeah, no. Goodbye. Then Oddish. Okay. One of the poison types I would like to add to the squad, if at all possible, but because I do like me a Vileplume. It's a very comfortable Rafflesia to have sitting with you. Although, between Vileplume and Roserade, Roserade is probably better. Oh, Glameow. Hello. May as well just T-Bolt it. Quick Claw? Yeah, Quick Claw. And Growl. You're actually growling in the Battle Tower against a Gengar. Are you sure you know what you're doing? There we go. That should be round 6, so we're good there. Then one more round. Let's just see what Trainer 7 has. Keep going. Oh, it's a little swimmer. Hello there. I'm assuming you don't actually have water types, though, so we might have to switch off Gengar. To Barami. With Kricketot, okay. Your Bug. Although, at level 50, it probably has a decent moveset, so I guess just hit it as hard as we can. But I didn't really... I think I brought Twitter with us, so we technically could hit it with super effectiveness, but it's fine. It's just a Kricketot. It can't exactly stand up to a Gengar. Numel. Oh, hi, buddy. Don't get to see you very often. If you have a ground-type attack, that's fine. But... oh. Goodbye, first section of the Battle Tower. And Cacnea. Okay. You're almost a Hoenn-type trainer. Let's see. You're just a plant. Is it not a dark type? I thought Cacnea was grass dark. Or does it not get dark until it hits Cacturn? Huh. Weird. Or grass just resists fairy and I'm just forgetting something, but goodbye Cacnea. Enjoy your Gen 3 days. Alright then, let's get the National Pokedex. So we'll need to find the Combee, at the very least. I'm pretty sure seeing them in the Battle Tower should kind of cover us for the Pokedex. So is Pikachu good now? Oh no, it doesn't count. Right, okay. I guess that means I do need to grab the egg then, and hatch that. Let's see, Pokemon... Egg... Oh, I didn't actually get the egg from Riley. Oh, that's a problem. I wonder if I can go back and talk to him. Maybe he's at his house and he'll give it to us anyways. Can I fly to Iron Island? Can I just make that easier for myself? Nope. Okay. That's fine. Wow, really? I'm gonna assume the battle park you just can't do that in. Let's just go back out to here and we'll be fine. Because there is an exclusive underground to the post-game, which kind of introduces a few things. Cool. Let's just check out this, because I haven't even seen this part of the underground yet. Most people who do content on it never really touched this section. Bagels. Hey, buddy. Let's see here. Got a little swamp area with Licky. Hi, Licky. How you doing, buddy? Gabite. That's normal. Just like a tongue and Gabite. That's a little bit lacking, buddy. Oh, Doug Trio. Nice. Let's see here. Not too many places to check out, but definitely better than nothing. Here we go. Let's see. Stunky. Oh no, I need to actually unlock Natdex first, don't I? Yeah, I think I need to unlock Natdex first before that actually registers everything. Okay, never mind. Post-game location, but if you don't have the Natdex, you're kinda SOL. Let's see here. So, we need to go to Route 208 to find that one Aroma Lady with a Combi. We need to go to Canalave so that way we can grab the egg from Riley. Also, what is our goal? Let's see, Canalave Boat. Canalave Boat. You're down here, right? Oh, one more. Hi there. Can I go to Iron Island, please? I want to go talk with the Aura Man. Or the potential Closet Furry. I'm not really sure how you would consider Riley, but he very much does like Lucario. Also, kind of worth checking, but let's see. Unlocking Natdex BDSP. How to unlock Natdex? To unlock Natdex by all Pokemon in the Sin region, then talking to Rowan at Sand Gem. That's not specific. Don't miss seeing the Drifloon, encounter all Pokemon, fly to Sand Gem, talk to Rowan, receive Natdex. Okay. And I like how every single guide just lets you know, don't miss that Drifloon, or else you're just never going to see one. Let's see, house? Is there a Riley in here by chance? There is not a Riley in here. That's a problem. Where might you be, Riley? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to find somebody with a Riolu. I don't really like that idea. Might be better to just find someone with Riolu. Combi, Aroma Lady, Route 208. Let's just do that first then. Figured he'd be at his house, but I guess that's not his house. 208. Here's 208. Laterna. It's 205. That's 206. 211. That's a little bit too far. Let's see. 207. 208. Okay. That's not too hard. I know we skipped around a bunch of trainers anyway, so we should be able to find stuff relatively easily, at the very least. Also, nothing is following us. Let's see here. I need something that can actually keep up with us, so you can follow us. Even then, you'll barely be able to follow us. That's fine. Alright, Aroma Lady on 208. Aroma Lady. What Aroma Lady have I not fought? You? At least I'm assuming so. Usually speaking, the Aroma Ladies are around. Anna. There we go. Combi. Cool. That problem solved. Let's see, the Drifloon. Already dealt with Drifloon, it's fine. Let's see here. E-Bolt. Poor little guy. What else do we need to see? Even like a cutie after being Cyrus. Oh, you can actually do those easier. Okay. So you can just see them in their caves then. So I guess it's not that hard to find them. Let's see here, Roselia. Actually, you're still weak to poison. What am I doing? Also, you're severely underleveled compared to what we're doing right now, so you can just go away. Let's see here. Talk to Cynthia's grandmother in Celestic Town. We get the other legendaries entry. That's okay. There we go. Thank you, Hannah. Next, off to Solaceon Town, so that way we can get the other entries. Let's see here. Not that menu. This menu, fly. Not Solaceon. What are you? Celestic. There we go. Now let's go talk to Cynthia's grandmother, because she doesn't seem to have the time of day to talk with her grandparents. Now, where is your house? That's not it. Looking for an old lady, not looking for a little Hakini. Do-do-do. Is this one it? Yep, I think. No, this is a shop. Don't need that. Looking for Cynthia's grandmother. Let's see. The big house? Yeah, the one that's actually a house. Okay. Hello, I did some research on my own, since that spot of trouble. Aunt Cornet acting have had me very concerned, too. Well, this is what I found in the shrine. Look. Quite old, see for yourself. And Palkia. Hey, Pearl buddy. Palkia, the Pokemon that binds the spatial dimensions. Seems there are two Pokemon in ancient Sinnoh. They respectively stood as symbols of time and spatial dimensions. Alright, so there's that entry. Out of the way. Now we just gotta find the Lake Guardians, which... I think we can just kind of go and find them in their caves. So, Twin Leaf Town, we can grab one here. I'm not sure what we need to do in Jubilife, though. What exactly is our goal, now that we've done Battle Tower shenaniganry? Complete your Pokedex and turn your report. Okay, so that is just our goal. Alright then, on to find legendaries. Don't exactly care if we just need to kill them, or if they'll just give us the dex entry by seeing them. But let's go find them. Whop. There we go. Because, like, you don't have to fight me immediately. Oh, we get Mesprit first, that's fine. Mesprit wanders. Hi, Mesprit. Goodbye, Mesprit. That's actually kind of sad. I thought it would have its own teleport animation. Did you see? That was Mesprit, wasn't it? You've accomplished what I've asked you to do at the Canalave Library. I asked you to get data on the Pokemon of the lake, and you did. But it didn't provide any answers about the mysteries of evolution. Still don't know why some Pokemon evolve and others don't. Ultimately, it only deepens the mystery. But having mysteries to solve, that adds to my enjoyment. Juicy, why don't you chase after Mesprit? To me it seemed as if it wanted to play with you. Of course the local wanderer wants to play. If you were to use the marking map app on your Pokedex, you'd be able to track the movements of Pokemon. I don't have it? No, I don't. You should pay visits to the Pokedex company? Okay. Well, I mean, we don't have to catch that right now. That's at least the important point. I know how to talk. There's one down. Now I just gotta go find the other two. Oops, not strength. I wanted to use fly, please, and thank you. Up to Snow Point. Probably should block the switch notification, shouldn't I? Not a huge concern, but... Oh, can Crobat not follow us in the snow? Sorry, Crobat, buddy. Alright, lake. How do I get to the lake again? I believe it's just this way, right? Hey there, Metatype. How you doing, buddy? You're a little bit too low level for us right now. That's fine. Run. Alright then. Up here. Now let's just see about Acuity. I'm not 100% certain if we need to catch them, but we can try. I just know Mesprit wanders immediately, so it's not a huge concern, but these ones I think you have to fight. Brain, please. This button, save. Let's see what we can do with the Uxie. Because, unfortunately, they're all Psychic type, so kind of a hard fight. Let's see here. Good music, at least. Wait, is this actually a good EV Uxie? Or do you actually get the just zoom in because you're fighting it? That's a bit worrying. Quick Ball? Can we get lucky? No. Okay. Yeah, extra sensory. This is gonna hurt. Much as I figured. Also, I don't think we'll count the lock rules anymore, since we are kind of just in post-game. So, it's alright if things die going forward. Including the Uxie, apparently. Oh, rip. Also, nice. But let's just see here. What happens to Uxie now that it's fainted? Disappeared deep into its cavern. Okay, well, sorry for murdering you, Uxie. Does that mean you come back if I just reset the cavern? No. What actually happens to those guys when you beat them? AKA, is it better to just reset my save? A BDSP... Uxie? Kill? Killed Uxie? Do they respawn? Open. Let me just double check here. Yeah, they respawn once you defeat the League, or if you smacked them after. Oh boy, you have to redo the Pokemon League to grab those guys. Oh boy. That's a little concerning. Well, we don't really care about that right now. We can at least try, but they're not poison type, so I can always come back after I can stomp the League out of existence with a team that actually matters. Let's see here. We can at least give it a chance. Let's see, we need to get to, like, Valor. Let's go to Veilstone. We'll heal. We'll grab some Quick Balls just to see if we can grab Azelf at full. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. There we go. And this isn't a current gen game, so we actually have a separate shop. That's fine. There we go. And I think the last thing we need to find is a Riolu. So I'll have to see if there are any trainers that actually have one of those. Didn't mean to go in here. Let's see. Quick Ball, Quick Ball. What floor are the balls on? Probably second floor, but... Potions, just all of your healing. There. Then you. Here to buy. You don't sell Quick Balls. That's rude. I guess we'll grab the Ultra, though. Come on, hands. There we go. There we go. Grab 30 of those. Now I just need Quick. Where would I find the quickest balls? Hello. I suppose you sell stuff that I need. All the X items, not a concern. Counter app. Yes, the counter app is helpful. You just sell the stat gain items. I don't need those. You're just a help desk. Yeah, man. You might sell it. Although I think this is the TM floor. Yeah, TM floor. Don't need those. And I think you are also TMs, so not you either. They just not sell quick balls at the department store? So, what do you sell? You sell underground stuff. Oh, hey there, Warcraft. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the day's going alright for you so far. That's not all that helpful either. So just to fill you in on where we currently are, we were able to defeat Cynthia, barely, since the team is now revived, since Arceus saved us. But for reference on who was left by the time we finished off Cynthia, actually no, you're still alive. Actually no, you weren't. Oh, there we go. That's all we had left when we finished Cynthia, with the Gengar at 1 and the Drapeon in the red. That is how rough the Cynthia fight went. Yeah, because if you have not been told, the Elite Four for BDSP on your first run-through are all EV trained. So if you don't have a competitive team set up for that, it tends to be a little bit rough. But if you plan it out, you can at least do it, which is partly why I was worried doing a Poison-type run of this game specifically. Poison-type run of just Gen 4, honestly, it's fine. Doing a Gen 4, or doing a BDSP Poison run, a little awkward. But we're good, we made it. Everyone's alive now, because Arceus came and saved us. Or Arcus, as one specific Poketuber says, but he just does it for a joke, so... Sometimes you just gotta praise Lord Arceus and hope for the best. Which we did. We kinda lucked out with the affection boost saving us like 3 times during the Cynthia fight, but it still helped us out, so I'm not gonna complain that much. But right now we're just trying to unlock the post-game, which the main thing we need is the Pokedex being filled, which we've gotten most of it now, but I do need to find a Riolu somewhere, because we don't have that in our decks yet, and I know someone has one, but I just don't remember who. Oh, this is right. There we go. But for the moment at least, we're grabbing the Lake Guardians, so that's what matters. Or at least seeing the Lake Guardians. I don't think we realistically need to try and catch them. Hello, Psyduck. Go back. Let's see here. BDSP. Riolu. Gotta get Riolu and Lucario. I don't need to get them, I just need to see them. You can go away. BDSP Riolu Trainer. Is there someone with Riolu? Open. Let's see. There is a trainer. He's an Orbor Gate. You just need Surf and Rock Smash. Go north, break some stones. Okay. Cool, there is one. That's not too bad. Yeah, haphazard. Anything fun happen on your side at the very least, Warcraft? And apologies about my face. I figured I should just kind of leave all of the accomplishments we've made on there for now. But, yeah, we got through everybody. Oh yeah, also, good point. We did also lose... Who did we lose first? We lost Tentacruel and Crobat to Flint. And then we had to get through Lucian, which we just kept the other 4 on, and then we had to get through Cynthia. So it wasn't even just the fact that we got almost wiped by Cynthia. It was the fact that Flint got lucky and knocked out 2 of our guys as well. Anyways, hi Azel. How you doing, buddy? You want to get in a quick ball by chance? Well, come on. Give me the quick ball. Oh. Okay. Imprison. Now, what moves would we share with you? Well, we'll give an honest effort to try and catch it. I wonder. It's gonna hurt, which is expected. Let's see here. Pokemon. Let's just go over to 4chan to absorb that Psychic. Then what can we do to just poke it? X-Scissor will murder. Crunch will murder. What else do you have? Also, why did you go for Imprison again? Frost Poison is probably going to kill. So I guess our best option for now is just hooking up. Actually, we do have a Dusk Ball or two, don't we? Dusk Ball technically works here since we're in a cave, but... Are we gonna get that lucky? Nope. Close, though. And it really doesn't have anything to attack Drapeon with, huh? Come on, get in the Dusk Ball. Even if we get the Master Ball, we kind of need to save that for Messbridge, so it's not a gigantic pain in the butt. Cool. There's that one down at least. We kind of murdered Yuxi, so that's a problem, but we mainly just want to unlock the Nat Dex right now, so it's fine. And I just won't bother naming this. But, enjoy. Whoops, not in the party. In the box. And that gives us all 3 of our legendary encounters. So, what else do we need here? Not that. Can I restore, at the very least? There we go. I need the Pokedex, please, and thank you. So we need Riolu for sure, but what else do we need? Oh. Need whatever's there. That's a weird number. Hold up. Let me just double check here. Go back. The Riolu trainer is one that we'll need to grab, but what is 134 and 135? Let's see here. 34, 35. Arfinian and Luminion. Have I not seen those anywhere? Ah. Okay. So, Fish with a Goldenrod on 218, or Fisherman Corey on 221. Ah. Okay, well, we need to go to Orberg first. So, Orberg. I think that's here. Cool. Now, what specifically do I need to do? He's an Orberg Gate. You just need Surf and Rock Smash. Go north, break stone. Go stairs, go to water. Orberg Gate. What this? Go to water, surf, proceed west, then north until you see a veteran. Okay. Bike. I think any speed of the bike is fine. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Need to be a quick girl. There we go. Go north. Need to break a rock? This is cycling path. This is not what we need. Orberg Gate. Orberg Gate. What is Orberg Gate? Suppose that's here. Come on. Okay, it is. Let's see. Orberg Gate needs Surf and Rock Smash. It also needs Strength too, which this thing's kind of leaving out, but that's fine. Run. Alright, get off the bike. It's annoying kind of going through here. Oh no, you do just need Rock Smash for that. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab this Riolu and then we just need to find fish, so... Kinda sucks that the Battle Tower doesn't count towards Pokedex completion, but... What can you do? Can't quite get Salt that easily. That would have solved our Riolu and Finneon problem, though. Up. Goodbye. Alright, dude. Oh, come on. Dude. You gotta realize that some people have a lot more power over you. You are not going to succeed in this. There we go. Would be nice to at least get the National Dex done on stream. It'll be a good way to just kind of wrap everything up. Let's see. Surf and Rock Smash, go north, break stone, go to stairs, go to water and surf. Where's the water? Okay. Better. Because I know next week, I think it's pretty set in stone that we'll do Legends Arceus. Since I'd like to play it. Let's see. Hey, there we go. Hello, sir. Also this. May as well grab these while we're here. Well. But Legends Arceus is mostly just going to be a playthrough for having fun with the Earth Plate. That actually might have been helpful before. Okay. Please give me that. Yeah, Legends Arceus we'll do next week, since that drops on Friday. I'm assuming over the weekend we'll have the time to just get that downloaded. Oh, Focus Punch, that's awful. And then we'll kind of just have a fun playthrough of that in general, just so that way we can see what the game is like. I'm not sure how a challenge run would actually go for Legends Arceus right now, but we might be able to swing it depending on how the starters work. And there's a Riolu encounter. Lovely. Because I know a lot of people beforehand discussed we might get Hisuian starters, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see when we play it. And I know the spoilers are out there already because of the leaks. For the point of the stream, try not to spoil it, because I don't necessarily want to spread the news. But it's definitely out there for people who want it. Reddit, you can come out. Much better. Yeah, we'll see. Legends Arceus will just be a fun playthrough of trying not to be murdered by every Pokemon in the vicinity, which is kind of what's going to matter the most. Then Giga Drain. And then maybe once we get through a playthrough of it, we can try to do challenge runs in it, if that's even possible. I'd imagine if we could do a rock run, there's at least a couple interesting rock types you can deal with. Yeah, man. Let's see here. Just go again. We're gonna be out of here fairly soon anyways. Alright then. Now we just need to find Luminon and Finneon. Finneon and Luminion. One of them is on 221, but I don't think we can even go there yet. So we'll need to fish with a good rod on 218. And then there's someone who... Oh, Staraptor, you do still have one more. Come on, MySpace. One more bird to zap. And then there's a trainer on the surfing area before Victory Road that we can grab for Luminion. Which I know we skipped. I skipped a lot of trainers when we were rushing stuff. Let's get that done. That'll unlock the Nat Dex. Then that'll just open up every other route, so you can basically just catch Pokemon. And just everything like that. Well. Thank you, Veteran Grant. Making life nice and easy for us. Alright. Now we can use one of those escape ropes that we've been saving, because I don't like using those most of the time. Whoosh! That should just... Cool, it does just bring it out to here. That's nice. Let's see here. 218 and 221, just to check. Where is 221? Oh no, we might actually be able to go to there. Hold on. 214. 222. Huh. Where's 221 then? 217. 218. The heck did they put 221? Oh. Down here, right. You'd actually go south through Sand Gem Town to get to that. Okay. Well. Alright, Sand Gem Town. Don't mind me. Just going to go find a guy with his fish. As well as stealing this. No, that's useless. At least for now. Here we go. Swim. And goodbye. Let's go find us a fisherman. Oh, hey, a Tentacruel. Hey, buddy. We have one of you on the squad. We named it OnlyFans. It is a sock-based OnlyFans channel. Run. Nice. Now try to avoid the children if at all possible. Cool. I think Crobat kinda helped us there. There's 220. I just need to get over to 221. Now, these trainers are probably going to be fairly weak. Yeah, just a Weasel. Ma'am, you may want to pay attention to who you're fighting here. Here we go. E-Bolt. Quick Zap of the Weasel. Or Aqua Jet first, that's fine. Quick Zap of the Weasel. Up. Oh, you can even do that much in all honesty. We're like 40 levels above, so anything will kill it. What else you got? Medicham. That's fine. It's fighting and psychic. It doesn't necessarily like being buried. I don't even think that's a word. But goodbye, all the same. Down we go. We have one more Sea King. I think we might need to see that anyways. But that's fine. Might be one of those weird fish that you just don't get to see most of the time. Goodbye, Sea King. Much better. Alright then, now we just gotta find the fisherman on 221, which is gonna be a little bit awkward, but I think we can... Come on. Hi, Wingull. How you doing, little buddy? Here we go. Get you out here. Please electrocute this bird. Actually, you don't even electrocute the bird. Everything's low level and we have a ghost type out. We can run away whenever we want. Let's see. Which apparently is going to be needed. Hi, Pelipper. How you doing? You enjoying the weather? Thinking about setting up a nice little rain cloud for everybody? Nope. Okay. Not a good Pelipper. Pelipper is good when it has drizzle. Come on. Alright, there's 221. Protein, not needed. And then the fisherman right here should have one. Hello. Let's see, you've got 3 fish. Magikarp, okay. Not quite what we're looking for, but that's okay, it's just a Magikarp. Even at level 20, it's only going to have Flail and Tackle, so it can't do anything to a Gengar. Not that it really matters, but goodbye. 1 fish down. Please give us your other 2. Oh, Gyarados. Okay. May as well send that thing out. Hello, big waterfish. Much better. Get that out of the way. T-Bolt. Because you're 4 times weak to that now. Still bulky. Still 4 times weak to electricity. Goodbye, fish. And then... Pinion. There we go. Then I just gotta check to see what else we're missing, really. People. Goodbye, little fish. Cool. That solves that entry, then. And a crit with an affection boost? Okay. That's fine. Alright, Corey, thank you very much for your help. So that gave us the Combi, the Finian, oh, Luminion. That was the other thing we needed. Fly to here. Sunny Shore. There we go. Let's go above Volkner again. Oh. And 223. Is that just here? Do we need to go like all the way up the river? Hello, sir. And hi, Jasmine. Thank you for teasing Heart Gold and Soul Silver for everybody. Alright, it is just here. Okay. I just need to find... It might just be her. Also, hi, Mantike. You're a weird one to actually find. And you're kind of annoying to breed for. So just on the off chance that I need you for my living dex, I'm just gonna do that. Wow. You should not have that complicated of a catch rate, Mantike. You're just a baby. Although, we'll kill it no matter what, but it was worth a shot. Oh, it actually survived that. Okay, well, if you're able to survive that, then... You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, buddy. Do we have a netball by chance? We do not have a netball. Okay, I guess you're getting the Ultra Ball then. Oh. What? Mantike? What is Mantike's catch rate? I'm confused. Mantike? Does it have like a low one like Murkrow? Wow, 25. No, I'm just getting unlucky. Still in red, so it wouldn't be that hard. Get in there, buddy. No? Okay, you're just gonna be a jerk. Okay. And just slowly chip away at her Gengar. Might need to grab net balls if I'm gonna do you. That's fine. We're just here to do Nat Dex at the moment. We'll do actual catching later. But you... Oh, come on. Hi, Tentacruel. How you doing, buddy? Apologies we had to sack you off first against Flint. That was a very, very dumb decision on my part. But you're alive now. It's what matters the most. And you. Determined to go to the Poke League, huh? And what do you got on hand, Miranda? You've got a Luminion. You are not going to make it anywhere in the Poke League with that fish, and I apologize. It is a pretty fish. That's all it's got going for it. And zap. Goodbye. Lovely. So that should solve our Pokedex problem, unless I'm missing something. I think we've seen everything else. Pokedex. There we go. Any other questions? I think I saw one there. Let's see here. Anything else we need to worry about for this? Gonna be a lot of Mon that we just haven't caught since Poison type run. Also, don't worry about the Pachi Risu. I needed to do that for trading shenanigans. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, we're missing all of those. One of which is Pikachu, and then whatever 102 and 103 are. Let's see here, Pikachu. We can grab that on 206. But what are... 102 is Chatot. Okay. And then Pichu. Okay. Those are two Pokemon I forget about on a daily basis. Alright then, so order of operations then. Chatot is 212. Pikachu's on 206. Fly. Let's see here. Where is Cycling Road? There we go. Let's see, Cyclist Kayla. So, a female cyclist on the bridge. Let's see what we can do. Like... Alright, Kayla. Where are you, Kayla? There we go. Kayla. You're a guy. You're a girl. Hello. Do you have what I'm looking for? That's Megan. That's not Kayla. And Shinx. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. That's fine though, we've got MySpace here. MySpace is good at making things die. Especially with Intimidate. Because that does not matter to us. At all. Please go away. Bonk. That is severely overkill, I am fine with that. I'm gonna be doing that to the Pikachu anyways, so... Much better. Alright then, other female cyclists. There's one. Are you not gonna fight us? I really wish you did not follow us on the bike road, Grobat. Oh, instead of a battle I should have challenged you to a bike race. Okay. Nope. You're not who I'm looking for. Guess I don't think so. Ryan. What do you have, Ryan? Zubat. Well, we definitely seen that. Oh well, Gengar can help us out. Oi. Can't run from Trainer Battle, dude. Just Thunderbolt it. And zap. Let's see here. Goodbye, Zubat friend. Much better. Now then, female trainer. Probably you? Not you. Probably you then. Love my bike, but not good at fixing flat tires. Man, if you like your bike, you may want to actually learn how to fix that. Especially on the athletic ones, they usually don't have, like, complicated things to make. Apologies, Warcraft. I'm not making the most commentary right now that go over here, but Naxdet hunting... Naxdet? Natdex hunting. I know how to talk English. And knowing how to speak in the English. Ugh. The Natdex hunting is a little bit weird. Usually speaking, you're meant to kind of just have this by the point you're done, but since we skipped most of the trainers we actually need for this, it's a bit of a whoops on our side. But oh well. Here's the Pikachu at least. Can I fly on the cycling road? Apparently I can. Sweet. Alright, let's find the trophy garden then. Let's see, Route 212. Do I need something else there? No, I need 209 for that one. Let's see, 205, 206, 210. There's 9 then. There we go. Park home to the east. 209 will give us someone with a Pichu. There we go. Yeah, we did at least have a pretty good stream week at the very least. We kind of had to give up on the whole Toho practice on stream, just because it was kind of hurting my hands a little bit too much. But we did have fun with American Truck Simulator yesterday. That kind of helps make up for it. I didn't want to talk to you, Crobat. I want to talk with this man, please. There we go. But it's nice just having something like American Truck just in the back, just in the off chance you need something to just relax to. Because it's a very common game, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Well, you're gonna have all the babies, aren't you? But it's nice to just kind of drive across America. Also, interesting to see how you have your road set up. Since I know that game is relatively close to form. There we go. Oi. I just need to stand up and stretch. I kind of forgot to take my break before, but we're kind of close to done anyways. Ow. And thankfully, oh, that thing has sturdy. That's rude. Please die, Bonsley. There we go. Yeah, we'll have to look... Non. We've got like an hour left. Okay, we'll take a break. Just let me finish off the Pichu. And just get that out of our decks. Up. Okay, I'll take a break. I was just so focused on what we were doing, and that's partly why that button's there. Then Budew, that's fine. We know that thing's weakness, and we're also supremely overleveled for it, because we were supposed to do this a long time ago. Up. Goodbye. Much better. And I know one thing I'll probably have to look into doing after the stream is done at the very least, is I might see if I can make a summary of the Cynthia battle and just the Elite Four in general, just to show any of the complicated things that have actually come up. But let me just leave you for a minute or two. I'll take a break and stretch some of the bones that I do have left. And then we'll just finish up Nat decks, and that's probably where we'll call it. Since most of the other post-game stuff is just realistically going to be collecting Mons anyways, so I'll be right back. Hello again. I made sure to grab a drink this time. Because I forgot I ran out of that a while ago, but I really need to move that disc. Alright, let's see here. We grabbed the Pikachu, we grabbed the Pichu. Hello there. Let's see. Need to grab Chatot at the Trophy Garden, basically. Where is 212? Not that. Probably need to fly. 212, 212. Oh, it's right here. We can walk there, actually. That's pretty good. But I guess just as a random question while I'm going through this little chunk, does anybody have a favorite Pokemon game? It doesn't have to be mainline at all. But do you have one of the Pokemon games that you would actively go back and play, just because you were interested to do it again? Maybe challenge yourself, maybe not with like the actual challenging runs like a Nuzlocke or anything like that. But just so you can play it again, maybe just use up a different team. Something like that. You're a police officer, you're not who I'm looking for. But cops. I need the old man, I believe? Not you two, I don't think. Oh no, it might be you. Yeah, I think it's specifically you. Alright, show me your bird, sir. There we go. Bird. The bird that was banned in competitive play. Even though it's an absolutely garbage Pokemon. How you doing, Chatot? Oh. Poor old Chatot didn't give a chance. If only because they gave it a move that you could record something in the DS mic for. And depending on how loud it was, would do damage. So you'd basically mic peak or chatter to do the highest damage it could. And then it was just banned for the fact that you could say anything and just have that played on national television, which wasn't exactly a good thing for it. Alright, so let's see here. Got a Wooper voice at some point, I don't know why. And then there we go. Nat Dex done. Or at least Sinnoh Dex done. Now we can get the Nat Dex. So now we just need to go back to Rowan and Sandgem. Be like, hey boy, here's their Pokedex. I recorded the least amount of information I could have on it. Anyways, hi Lucas. Don't mind us, I'm just gonna go finish the project you failed to do. Hey Rowan. Here, so you kind of show me your progress on the Pokedex? That I have. So you've seen 151. Bravo! You've recorded all the Pokemon in Sinnoh. This will help measurably with my studies on Pokemon evolution. And here's Professor Oak as a little bit of a chibi. Hey buddy, welcome to Sinnoh region. Greetings Rowan, it's been a very long time. I'll tell you, Sinnoh certainly has a long trip from Kanto. Of course, if it means meeting new Pokemon, there's no distance too great for the likes of us to travel. Oh, if it isn't Oak. Hey buddy, you've lost a significant tan. I should have expected as much from the world's authority on Pokemon. Always used to joke. Are there a Pokemon, you'll find Oak. It's good to see that hasn't changed. Also, it's weird that Rowan's taller than Oak. Because they do kind of make the chibis to size. And it does look like Rowan's taller than him. Oak, let me introduce you to my assistant. This youngster has filled every page in the Sinnoh Dex for me. Oh, well, very glad to meet you. As if you heard, my name's Oak. I'm hearing a great deal about you from Rowan. Been exuberant in praise about a fantastic young trainer. That's probably me. I see you live up to that you've surpassed his praise. Also got an impeccable sense of timing. You see, I had an errand to run for Rowan. I had an errand to run for Professor Rowan on my visit here. He asked me to bring the data for the National Dex, so since you're here, let me just upgrade that. Yay, National Dex. That means we can actually get all the other Mon that we care about. Which I might honestly start, if y'all are okay with that. Since there are a few Pokemon I'd like to grab, if at all possible. For personal preference. And the first one I'd like to grab is Yanma, if at all possible. Runmas Park. We can grab legendaries too, but I want to get Yanma, specifically Yanmega. I don't remember what game I go back to since I grind too hard. Not inherently a bad thing, Warcraft. Definitely not a bad thing. Let's see here. So now, let me see if I can find Yanma. BDSP Yanma. Next challenge for Dude, make a living dex. Well, I mean, I can show my progress on that so far, Non, if you want. Oh, and the Poke Radar. That actually might help a little bit. Because, I mean, I've got home on here. There we go. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Dude. Like, I did start working on that dex a while ago, but... or living dex a while ago. But I'm not sure how far I made it, really. Come on, buddy. You can do it. I know it's over Wi-Fi. There we go. Let's see here. Just go to home. I just want to see what's actually in here. And then I think... yeah, there's a bunch of spare crap in here. But you see, I did already set up the box for it. Or at least all the box numbers. Like, I'm a good way through it so far. I've got the different forms just in another area for now. I'm gonna probably need another box for this, just because I think there's more Hisuian forms than just 6 to have in that row there. But all of Kanto is done. Like, I'm pretty sure everything in Kanto is done. Since Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you kind of need to have a Pokemon of every single type to do the Master Trainer stuff. So that one was kind of just a requirement they needed to do anyways. Johto is mostly done, I think. Yeah, I'm missing a few near the end just because I don't have spare legendary beasts to do that, and I didn't grab a Lugia or Ho-Oh at any point. But missing the legendaries is fine. Those are really easy to get in most of the games nowadays. Hoenn is not great. It's missing a few things. Oh, it's missing Medicham? Huh. I'll have to see if I can get Medicham through Sword and Shield somehow. But Hoenn is definitely where it's obvious that I start slacking a little bit. Then, once we actually get access to BDSP into the Pokemon Home, I can start filling this out with all the Sinnoh Dex stuff. Because it's not going to be that hard to fill it all out. I just gotta remember the actual order of everything. Then... let's see, yeah, we've got most of the legendaries for Gen 4 too. Just handy. I think there might be one Pokemon, or a couple Pokemon in here that are illegal, which is fine. This is just for having the Nat Dex. Gen 5 is okay. Gen 5 I need to do a bit of work on just because finding the specific Gen 5 Pokemon is a little bit awkward. And that... I keep forgetting I need to do a Carablast to Selgor trade at some point. Probably because I... oh no, I do have an Selgor. Okay. Or the Carablast Shelmet trade just so I can get the one. Let's see here. Then Gen 6 is also okay. It's kind of one of those things where just finding the specific type is just a pain. But I'm guessing Spritzy Aromatisse is pretty easy, and then... Slurp... not... it's your Swirlix, right? That's Japanese name, I think, or Chinese. And then Slurpuff isn't too hard. You can get that in Sword and Shield kind of easily. Then I'll need to find the fossils, which I'm pretty sure you can do in Sword and Shield right now. Then again, just legendaries, which you always got to worry about legendaries. And I need both of them, huh? I guess Xerneas and Yveltal aren't really the worst things to get. Gen 7 should be decent. Yeah, I'm mainly just missing the spare Ultra Beasts to actually finish that section, but Secondly, Sun and Moon was kind of one of the easier ones to do the living dex for, so that one did not take very long whatsoever. And then Gen 7, or Gen 8, I just have not done anything. Like, I've got a little bit of Sword and Shield stuff in here, but I have not put that much effort into it. And then aside from that, I just set up the boxes for Gen 9, because I'm assuming we'll get to about 1020 by Gen 9. And then I've just got a bunch of random crap in these boxes. But there is one other box I should be able to show in home. I think even comes before the R variants. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's all their alternate forms. So I just have all the Rotoms, all the colors of the Minior, except for a shiny one, but that's honestly fine. Lycanroc, the fish, all the other deer, the other jellyfish, all the other birds. 8 single Deoxys. I need to catch like multiple Deoxyses to have all 4 forms in here. This is just a random box. I think this was just a collection of random shinies that I got, which is probably why some of these are illegal. Since some of these are kind of weird shinies to actually have, especially a level 100 shiny Swampert that has Rest, Sleep Talk, Yawn, and Scald. That's a really weird set to have, but like, it's a random level 100, sure. I think that's shiny Moltres. Yeah, that's shiny Moltres with Pokeros. That one might be illegal, especially considering it's in a Love Ball. Let's see, Cotton Alola. That may be illegal. Not sure. Or at the very least hacked in. Yeah, I've got a few shinies in here. These are ones that I can at least guarantee. Jade is the random Tranquil that I had from my copy of Black back in the day. Which, I have at least kept this for a while, at the very least. You can kind of tell with OT Jude. I think my real name isn't on any of these, so I should be okay. But these are at least all the shinies that I've caught over the years. So, I don't have a huge collection as of yet. But random event Amoonguss, event Tapu Koko, the Porygon 2, which I got during, I think, a Wonder Trade at some point. But Porygon line is kind of one of my favorite lines, so I very much wanted it. Never actually caught a shiny in any game. You have terrible luck. I mean, getting shinies in and of itself is kind of hard anyways. So it's not like it would be guaranteed for you to ever get one. I know at least from mine, since most of these are events, like the only natural one I caught was Arson, because I remember this from my Sun and Moon playthrough, and then Jade was one that I caught. Most of these other ones are Wonder Trade or events that I think are legal. And then other than that, I think this is just... Oh yeah. As a small hint, I usually try and hunt for shiny Magnemite occasionally in games, just so that way I can have a shiny Magnezone at the end of a game. Also, what is that marking? What is a G marking for? What? Does that mean it can't go into Sword and Shield? I have not seen that symbol before. And a few things have that too. That is weird. It's not a Sword and Shield lock thing, because Swirlix can go into Sword and Shield. Maybe not with that moveset, but... What the heck is that? Maybe that's the mark for... No, it can't be Game Boy games, because it's a Gen 6. What the hell is that mark? Because it replaces... It seems like it replaces the game marker. Is that supposed to be, like, for Galar? No, because that wouldn't explain... What the hell? Also, is that a random shiny Gabite? That apparently is a shiny Gabite. I need to move that into the potentially hacked shinies box. There we go. Because these are mostly just Wonder Trade fodder, but what in the world is that marking? That is weird. Let's see. Any other random shinies in here that I'm just not seeing properly? No, those are all fine. And I think most of those are just kind of empty, so... Let's see. It's weird how many boxes you actually have, but home is helpful for that. What is that symbol? I'm gonna have to check that now, because that's bugging me. Pokemon Home G symbol? Am I gonna get banned for figuring out what this is? Pokemon you received will be placed in your boxes. What? Oh, are these... No, that can't be Go markings either, right? G symbol... Oh, that is the Go marking. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that marking before. That must have been in a later patch then. I shouldn't get a chance to see. Yeah, we do at least have a slight living dex going. It's not like fully filled out, but it's getting there. I'll have to go back and actually grab other stuff later, because some of it's kind of easy to grab now. Just with Sword and Shield, the Let's Go games, and... I quit. Sword and Shield and the Let's Go games can only get you so much. Don't. Just save. Save and chase. There we go. Sword and Shield can get me a few of the things that I still need. BDSP will fill that out perfectly once we have access to it, since BDSP will have the entire dex. There we go. But aside from that, I just need to work at it, really. BDSP is also going to be our legendary hunting farm, so that's going to be nice. That'll be nice. Because thankfully, one of the actual additions they did with BDSP is the Ranimos Farm, or Ranimos Ruins, or Park, or whatever the hell that thing is called. It's basically just an entire zone filled with legendaries that, as long as you get the mining stones for underground, you can basically find like any of the mainline legendaries. Not the mythicals, but at least the mainline ones. That does raise a question of how I'm supposed to get a Darkrai, though. Oh, I didn't... Actually, no, you can get Darkrai. Oh, Hi, Rourke. Why did you just pop out in front of the place? Hi. When I heard you to be the Elite Four headed for the Hall of Fame, I rushed straight here to congratulate you. Great job. All the other gym leaders are really happy for you, too. But you know, we gym leaders aren't going to take this lying down. Listening to you is rough enough. And yet we still have our pride as the gym leaders. Now we're determined to beat you. You don't mind, could you give us all another chance for the battle? Oh boy, we'll be waiting in our own gyms. You'll know where to find me. Okay. Weird that they actually let you know that the rematches are available, but I guess that's probably a good thing. But now, we have access to a few things. I want to catch a Yanma before we finish stream today. Where can I find Yanma? Yanma locations. Because I'd like to have Yanmega where possible. Oh, wait, no. Not that. Yanma, Clearwing. Yep, where's my boy? I just don't even know where it is. It's a daily Pokemon in the marsh? Oh, that's awful. After unlocking that dex, the special daily Pokemon have a separate encounter rate. Look for the binoculars on the second floor. Okay, so maybe we're not getting a Yanma before the end of stream. if it's a marsh Pokemon. Is that really the only place you can get it? Don't need that. Sarah B. Yanma. Yeah, it's literally just in the Great Marsh. Okay, well, we got one chance, so may as well see if it's in there. Let's actually test how our luck is today. No, not cut. Fly to Pistoria City, please. Let's see, Pistoria. There's Pistoria. There we go. Let's just take a peek at our dailies for the marsh. Because if we can get one, that's cool. If we can't get one today, then that's probably where I'll call it. Then we can get prepped for Legends Arceus next week. So Starly, that's worthless. Meryl, also worthless. Wooper, I like you, but not what we're looking for. Azurill, worthless. Badoo, worthless. Cool, nothing good. Psyduck. This is all still stuff in the regular decks. Shroomish. Okay, Shroomish is good. Also in National decks, so we do have it. So we can get the Mush Boy. The Mush Boy is a good boy. Meryl. Don't care about Meryl. Duck. Scorpy. No. Psyduck. Also no. Okay, so we only have the Mush Boy in... what zone is that? Duck. Bird. These are all different. That was all different. What? Well, we know Mushroom is out there today. It's just not giving us the best of actual looks as to where it is. We have 10 minutes. Let's see if we can catch a Mush Boy. Hello. I would like to get a Mush Boy, please, and thank you. Now let's see if I can figure out what that area is. Let's see. Train. I feel like it'll be in Area 3? Oh, no, I need to be on the other side. Oh, that's fine. Do-do-do. Let's take a peek. That was a little bit laggy. That's a duck. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, right. Run. There we go. I think it's up there, specifically, is where I need to go. I think this is where Mush Boy was shown. That's a barrel. That's not a mushroom, that's a beaver. May as well grab this while we're here. There we go. Yeah, Shroomish. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's this area. Let's see if we can find one. That's again in the barrel. Don't need a beaver, please and thank you. No. Might catch it, but that's fine. It's kind of sad, but sure. Hi, Barrel. You're a lovely little beaver friend, but don't need you. Looking for a mushroom. Yeah, man. There we go. Hello, Quagsire. You could probably drown a human if you wanted to. But not quite what we're looking for right now. There we go. There we go. Hello, Shroomish. You're a lovely little mush boy. I don't think you're going to be hard to catch, but I've never done National Dex hunting in the Safari. There we go. Got ourselves a nice little mush boy. Breloom is one of the Pokemon I would use anyway, so I'm fine with this. Female name? Huh. Jessie? Usually name male ones. Whoops. Send to a box. We'll fix the name later. Cool. That gives us a mushroom. Guessing that means that there's no Yanma today, so I guess I'll have to kind of keep an eye on that for the future. Hi, Meryl. Although one weird thing I will say is that we didn't have any luck at all with shinies in this game, both in this and in my independent playthrough of Pearl. Didn't really seem to get anything, so maybe we'll get lucky at another point. But for now, I think we did okay. That's not too bad. Oh, come on. Hello, Duck. Don't need your help here, friend. Much better. Now, let me through. Thank you. Now, how do I... There we go. Yep, we're good. We got our mush friend. That's all we needed from here. And then past that, I guess we can technically check out the rest of the battle friends here, can't we? Now that we've got Nat Dex, people won't be blocking us off from all the pathways. Well, there we go. Alright, so now we have National Dex, now they leave. Cool. Hello, do you get the Super Rod by chance? Yep. Got a feeling. Cool. Super Rod, that means we can actually catch things now in the water if we need to. Let's see, what else is up here? This is not the music I was expecting. This sounds like 80s workout music. I'm not completely opposed to it, but not quite what I was expecting. Let's see here. We will basically find primarily National Dex Pokemon here, which is at least a good change of pace, but let's just see what our first encounter is. Oh. If I actually need HMs during all this too. That's just awkward. Well. Hey, sweet, rare candy. Also, Crobat, hope you like hanging out on the bridge there. Let's see. Can't avoid all of them, unfortunately, but may as well deal with the bird. Hello, bird. Birdkeeper Audrey. What do you have? You've got a Farfetch. Okay. Hello, Farfetch'd. You got a lot better in Galar. Have I healed? I have not healed. That's a bit of a problem. Zap. Goodbye. Alright, that works out well. Goodbye, Farfetch'd. You're a lovely little duck, but... And Swellow, too. Okay, good combo. Swellow's actually dangerous, considering you can learn Boom Burst and get Stab off of that, but... Zap. Goodbye. Thankfully, still can't really face up to a Gengar with T-Bolt, so That's what matters the most. There we go. Goodbye, Audrey, and thank you for your birds. Let's see here. Geez, this place does not like following Pokemon at all. Let's see. Bridge there, bridges everywhere. Still some surf points. Let's see here. Any reason for this? I guess we can get over here. But that just brings you back to there. That's not helpful. There we go. That's a bit nicer. Then I'm assuming there's a building there. How do I get to that? I need to get to that area. That requires a lot of jumping around. Okay. Free Ultra Ball. Let's take it. Also, we haven't found anything in the grass yet. Can we just see one thing before we finish up? There we go. Zero. Hello, Gen 1 bird friend. How are you? You're the angsty bird, too. You're the one who's always jealous being in Pidgeot's shadow. Although level 51, I'm not sure if we can catch that. We'll have to see. Oh. Roost. Don't roost. That's just mean. Let's see here. Can anything not murder it? Probably not, no. Yeah, figured. Okay, that's fine. I'll probably do some hunting on my own for the mon that I'm actually looking for out of here, but I think that's about the best that I've got in me. Mainly because it's been a long week. And we did do what we needed to do. Got the next net decks done. Beat Cynthia somehow with a really limited team. Didn't completely fail it, but did kind of have Cynthia slaughter most of our group, which is kind of bound to happen, unfortunately. But I'd say we did pretty well. So I do want to thank everyone for stopping by at the very least. I know when it comes to streaming, I'll be back again next Thursday, hopefully, assuming nothing goes wrong. And we'll be doing either Metal Unit or something else. Haven't quite decided on what just yet, but we'll have to just kind of keep an eye on things and just kind of see, really. Because we've always got options, and if we just want to do roguelites on Thursdays, we can. I've got a few we could do, but Metal Unit would probably be a good first one to actually finish up. Ooh, Toto's not actually streaming. Huh. That's a bit concerning. How long has Jason been going? Jason's only been going for 2 hours, so he's probably still going for a while. Why don't we go there, then? Raid 1, Raid 2, Raid Jason's... wrong. Let me grab that. Much better. And thank you everybody for joining. It's always nice to get through a game, and at least with this, the challenge is done. We know now that poison types can absolutely murder everybody in the region, and have proved our dominance, so that's good. But for now, next Sunday we'll start Legends Arceus. We'll have some fun figuring out how the hell that game works and trying not to die to the first Teddy Ursa that tries to maul us. And past that, that's all we got, so I'll talk with you all later. Bye-bye.